Well, I've still got this very chill ambient music going. Welcome, everyone. This is session 2 of Dark Tides of Bilgewater. To recap what happened last week. Last time, Haley, Malu, and Melissa had their paths cross on a ship bound to Bilgewater. After meeting each other by strenuous means, they touched.
You are cutting out there, my guy.
Okay, let me make sure I get real close to the mic. Is this good?
Yeah, that's better.
Sure. After turning in for the night, they were awoken by the loud thunk of metal below the ship and a massive anchor plummeting upwards through the bow. After the dreadnought Norless pulled himself onto the deck, taking out the captain and most of the crew, our heroes blacked out to awake on a salvage ship with a man called Scoin Beck, who aided them in their escape, defeating their captors and securing the ship and heading to Bilgewater. After arriving in the city, Malu guided them to his old stomping grounds, a tavern called the Brazen Hydra, where, after learning some things, secured rooms and turned in for the night, each with their own unique experience. To start the session, we find ourselves in the Brazen Hydra again. After spending the day recovering from your long journey at sea, be it through drink or meditation, plenty of eating, socializing, whatever you do, you find yourselves enjoying the hustle and bustle of the establishment. And as things kick off, you see a scuffle happening in front of you as two very intense people bear down on each other. As things lift up inside the bar, you see two people going at it. One of them a woman, purple coat, silver lines to her hair, buru complexion. She steps up, kicking her heels up to the table. As we sit around, the raucous laughter and hearty swigs, the woman in the corner starts yapping. So there I was, she says. I saw him. Me and my crew digging through that cursed wreck, when suddenly, whoosh, she sweeps her arms, nearly knocking over a tankard of ale. Something dark swooped from the horizon. I never felt something so terrifying and cold in my life. I tell you, ship's haunted. We never should have pulled that wreck from the tides. Across from her, a squat figure, dark in clothes, a few tables away. Pipes up. Come on, Tala. We know better than believe your tall tales now. A sudden shout rises from the crowd. She stands up. I'll show you what happens if you don't believe this scrapper's tales. Knuckles crack against.
You've cut out again, bud. We got to Knuckles.
We got to Knuckles.
And same squat man in dark clothes is sent flying as the woman in purple crashes her fist into his face. One of the man's drinking buddies help him from the ground while the other lunges for the woman. Someone in the bar raises a tankard in cheer. A rowdy crowd begins to urge a fight on. What do you all do?
Haley, I think, just gets out of the way. She's quite small, so doesn't want to get caught up in it. So she's probably just like, "Ooh," and like picks up her things and kind of just gets out of the line of fire, so to speak.
Not a problem. What about Melissa and Malu?
Okay, I don't remember the name of the barkeep, but I will look to him and just like make sure he knows what's going on.
Make an insight check.
Okay. Total 16.
16. As you turn over and see Horvenbeck hobbling around the bar with his ivory frames, it looks like he's aware of the situation, but is more concerned with taking krakens and serpents from paying customers from elsewhere around the bar.
Okay, then I won't interfere with this.
No problem. What about you, Mallow?
Holy shit.
Sorry, I missed that. What was that?
The map is really
The new map.
Oh, thank you. This is the inside of the Brazen Hydra.
Malu appears unfazed, continuing to sit and drink. Bear no mind to these fools. Only get involved if we have to.
Not a problem. As you choose to stay back, you overhear snippets of the argument between these two. Please make a perception check if you wish to try and gauge what their conversation is like.
I'll make one.
As fists crack and wood flies, a couple of chairs are getting thrown around at this point. But this is pretty commonplace for a place like the Brazen Hydra.
Okay.
Natural 1 for a 4.
For you, Void, you kind of tap one side of your head and a little bit of water falls out of your left ear. You're still a bit hard of hearing from your time between the waves.
Haley's got herself a 12.
12. That is the DC.
Oh.
Yep. So as the fists are flying, you hear the woman, "You're a fool, Dane. That ship's cursed. Anyone setting foot in there is right to die. It's an ill omen." The squat man pulls himself up as he headbutts the woman. "You're a fool, Tala. You're just a greedy smut. We'll get our cut of what's below that deck, and I'm not going to have you stop me." As he pulls himself up onto the bar top. Eventually, Tala whips around, kicks Dane in the jaw. He falls flat on his back. His drinking buddy's pulling him back as she wipes a bit of blood off her nostril and hobbles back over to the bar, pulling a drink across and ignoring the jeers of the crowd.
Goodness, it sounds like they're talking about a haunted boat.
That is commonplace in these waters. Welcome to Bilgewater.
It's a boat. A boat isn't a place. It can't be haunted.
Well, aren't we standing in a former boat right now?
Yes, but the boat is not moving anymore, so now it's a place.
Could be
Many
the same
boats
for
go
one that
down.
sat at the bottom of the sea.
Many boats go down for many different reasons. Many have stories.
Then it's not a boat anymore, is it? It's a wreck. I'm sorry, I'm not playing devil's advocate. It's all
Or
very-
ghosts advocate?
All this superstition stuff is very new to me, I suppose.
It's not like we haven't had a run-in with one of these aforementioned deities already this week.
I suppose you're right. Maybe I should open my mind a little more. And with that, she
Hmm.
takes her tankard and just quaffs the whole thing.
Nice. As night continues, you see Dane's drinking buddies patching him up on one side of the bar, and Tala, to whoever will lend an ear, spout her superstitions on this boat and what she thinks it means for Bilgewater. All the while, like, sending glances and glares towards Dane.
Has she moved further up the bar towards us in any way, separating herself from the party, or is she kind of just walking
Yeah.
around the bar?
So to show you where she is roughly, she's more moved around this side of the bar at this point, putting some distance between her and the scuffle buddy.
So there's no sign of Scoin anywhere?
Scoin is not here at the moment. It's probably tending to his ship.
Just
That
his
as
ship.
your
You-
best guess.
We also know that Scoin is a bit of an outcast from his father, so isn't likely to actually attend here.
This is true. This is a good
regardless,
point.
but-
This is a good point.
Mm. As
So
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, did Malu hear? So Malu heard the first conversation and the third one, but not the interim while the fight was actually taking place, correct?
Correct. Yes.
So the one that had, oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, because that would be enough to pique his interest to the point where he would want to potentially call Tala or beckon Tala to the table, but we can wait. It's all good.
Yeah. Haley's just still stuck on the fact that people here think boats can be haunted.
Mm.
And as she finishes her beer, she puts it down. She goes, "Suppose you lot think curses are real too?"
How loudly do you say this?
Like just to Malu and Melis. It's not like loud.
Okay.
But if someone was paying attention, they probably would have heard her.
With that, Tala turns her head, picks up her tankard, and moves over towards your table. So you don't think curses are real? Let me tell you, little one, they're mighty real.
I have to ask: is it a curse or is it just bad luck?
Ah, it's both. Have you heard of the harrowing?
I've heard it said, but no one's quite told me what it is yet.
It's a terrible event. Biannual in Bilgewater. Spend enough time here, you'll deal with the spectres personally.
Certainly hope I don't see that. Whatever it is, it sounds unsavory.
It's more than unsavory. Souls of the dead reaching out from that place. Taking whatever life they can from Bilgewater and its docks and dragging it back into the prison that is the Shadow Isles. I should know. Seen it a couple of years back. It's real. And that ship, don't listen to Dane. He's a fool. It'll kill us all.
Just
Hashtag-
Melissa's nodding along.
Takes a massive swig from her ale. Can I get all of you to make a perception check?
Roger, Dodger.
20.
Unnatural 20.
20. As she says this, you turn and you see the
I got a 15,
flapping.
by the way.
Oh, you'll see this as well. You see the flapping doors of the tavern burst open as a sharp, cold wind rushes through the place. You see the room darken, lights going out, candles. A cold mist moves along the ground as the wood around the door twists to a greyish swirl. It reaches inside, covering the floor of this place. And slowly you see what look like hands, spectral green, rise from the ground. The tavern screams, people rushing to the door. As in front of you, you see 3 creatures awaken out of the barrels and crates. A shadow moves in and points at the lot of you. Them. Kill them all. I need you guys to roll initiative.
Was that specifically at the 3 of us, or was that at the entire bar?
You'd assume everyone that has a life is the target of these things.
Cool.
All right, let's get.
All right, so we're rolling initiative. How do I
Let's
roll
get some
initiative on
initiative.
D&D Beyond again?
Next to your armor class.
Next to your arm class,
That's
you
it.
can click that, and
That is
it'll
a
roll the initiative.
21.
21.
Yep.
Oh boy, that's some good initiative.
Oh, she's
Well,
clever.
Your boy's got a 19 to match.
Hey! Party time,
I
let's
got
go!
a 6.
All right, so that was 20 for Haley, 21 for Haley,
21 for
19
Haley,
on
yes.
Malu, and what was yours? It was a 6.
Yeah, 6 flat.
6. Did you roll it on the initiative tracker in this or your actual dice?
No, and D&D Beyond.
Awesome. Good. Just checking. Because it's important. In that case, let me get some more appropriate music going, and we will
Alright, here it comes!
jump into this.
Alright. Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's go!
All right. So going up first, Haley. In front of you, you see 2 creatures born from bark and wood, moors with green spectral smog coming out of them, hiss and roar in your direction. What do you do?
Rolls her eyes, says, oh, for heaven's sake. And then, first thing I'm going to do is build my hive, but this is going to be the Eldritch Cannon Protector as a summon.
Sure. Let's get that out for you. B cannon. Boom.
Hey, let the base cannon hit you.
There we go. I'm going to give you control of this thing. So
Splendid, so I can move it around as and where I see fit.
Yep.
Splendid, thank you.
you can move it around. It's got 15 feet of movement.
Yep. So just half mine.
Yep,
Yep.
half yours.
Sweet, no problem. So that's going to be my action. I'm not going to move. That's going to be my action, and for the bonus action, I'm going to do the 1d8 plus 3 temp hit points to Malice and Malu.
All good. So it can affect all creatures that you designate in a 10-foot area.
Okay.
There's no maximum on it. But yeah, feel free to roll that d8 and then add 3 to what you roll.
Okay. So I'm just going to. So that's Actually, that would just within 10 feet. That would just be Mallow, wouldn't it? Is each of these boxes 5 feet?
No. So,
Okay.
Melissa is in 10 feet of the bee. So it's basically 2 squares away from the bee.
It's radius of the bee, I see. Bottom left click gets you just a dice. Oh, you got the
Yep,
one up
hold
there.
on. I'm
That's
just going
not
to
me.
roll a d8. I'm just going to use my attack crossbow as that d8 for that. Is that okay?
Just roll a d8 down the bottom left corner.
Yep.
You can roll
Yep.
1 raw, and then you just add 3 to that.
That's a 5 plus 3 is 8.
Okay, so you
8, 10.
and Malu and Melissa all gain 8 temporary hit points.
Yep.
Which is really good. It's really, really good. And you didn't want to move anywhere?
No. I think if anything, she's gonna probably just wait and see.
Sure. No worries. Up next is the Bark Beast. So this guy runs up to you, Haley, and he's going to make an attack. As he opens his maw, you feel this retching at your soul as it starts sucking in what looks like a mist off your body. Let's see if it hits you.
Okay.
Okay, that is a raw 18, so that will
That'll
hit your armor
definitely
class.
hit. Yep.
Yep. And see what damage we're doing. Okay, so that does 5 necrotic damage to you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. Okay, hold on.
Yep.
So that's 5 necrotic and a con save? Okay,
Yep.
So for the con saves, do I just...
In the top
and then,
left,
Yep.
you can see your saving throws, and you just click the Constitution
Oh,
one of
that's
those.
a 12 for the con save. That's not going to pass
That-
it, is it?
No, that makes it.
That
That makes
does?
it.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm not going to get poisoned. I just straight up take 5 damage.
Its extra effects does not go off. You just take 5 damage, and because of your temporary hit points, you haven't even
What
taken hit point
damage?
damage yet. Yeah, exactly. You still got 3 temporary hit points, as
Yep.
far as I'm aware.
Yep. that's correct.
Malu, you're up.
Malu closes his eyes, trying to recall whether he's seen these beasts before. But as he does, regardless of whether or not, he decides to rage.
Awesome.
The ghostly apparitions once again return, shouting his shoulders all the way down his arms as he takes a step forward to put a space between the Bark Beast and Haley and the cannon. And I would like to recklessly attack Bark Beast 2.
Not a problem. Do you want to use your Great Weapon Master as well?
That only comes into effect if I score a critical hit or reduce it to 0 HP.
Mm-hmm.
So
I believe
declare
it
again?
can add extra damage as well. We'll suss it out later, but just roll to attack.
I've got extra damage through rage, so
Yep. I think it's like
reckless
1 to 2.
means I get. Is it reckless is advantage, isn't it?
Reckless, yes. You have advantage to hit,
Is it-
and they have advantage to hit you. So
24 to hit.
just to explain to you how Great Weapon Master works, before you make a melee attack with a heavy weapon that you're proficient with, which would be
Yep.
your axe,
Yeah.
you can choose to take a -5 to the attack roll. So that's a -5 to your to hit, and you add +10 damage
Damage,
to
okay, so
the
still
attack's
15.
damage. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you declare a Great Weapon Master attack,
Take off the bonus.
and you
I
hit,
see.
you add extra damage, but you're less likely to hit. That's how it works.
So just a regular reckless attack was a 24 to hit.
24 hits. Oh boy, does that hit.
Smack him good, baby. Smack him good.
17 damage.
Oh my god!
17 damage.
That's,
You destroy this guy.
ladies and gentlemen, that is a
The-
one shot.
This bark-like creature crumples as little screams rupture from its splintered carapace. I'm pretty sure the other thing about Great Weapon Master is you reduce this guy's hit points to 0, and you still have movement. You can go up to this one and make another attack.
Melee attack as a bonus action on I move over to the second bark beast and almost in one fell swoop kind of swing through the first bark beast, come around the shoulder, and also strike the second, or attempt to strike the second.
Not a problem.
Does the reckless? I didn't declare it. Does the reckless maintain through, or is this just a bonus action one?
Because it's another attack, you can still recklessly attack it.
Nice.
Yep.
Yes, please.
It's an attack action, so yes, you can reckless.
Say 12 to hit.
12 hits. Ooh, that might not hit. I will double check real quick.
Thank you.
That does just not hit, unfortunately.
All clear.
No worries. Next up, it is the Shadow, and after seeing what you did to his summon, he's going to come over here and make an attack against you. Let's see if he gets the hits. Ooh, it's 23 to hit. That'll happen. And that does... Ooh, it's a bit of a low roll. That does 7 necrotic damage to you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, as it starts to drain your very vitality.
9.
This goes off then. So your hit point maximum is reduced by 7 until you take a long rest.
Is that even through temp hit points, or?
That is even through temp hit points. So you don't lose those temp hit. Well, you lose those temp hit points to the damage, but because you failed the Constitution save, your actual hit point maximum goes down by 7.
Thank you.
So the way you can do that is in the HP area at the top. You can click
Max
that.
HP modifier. Yes, I found it.
And you can reduce it. Yep.
So now I'm 25 plus 1.
Not a problem. Melissa, you are up.
Okay. I'm just to confirm. Am I able to move here and then move through them, or would I have to walk around the 2 people?
Okay, so moving through someone else's space costs an extra 5 feet of movement.
Okay, I'll just move here then, using 10 feet of movement. And then casting towards the Shadow, I am going to cast level 2 Scorching Ray.
Not a problem. Level 2. Roll to hit with those 3 times because you rolled a hit on
natural 20.
Okay, that's one natural
18.
20. Yep, that'll hit.
And a 20.
Yep, those will all hit.
Holy shit, man! Your dice.
First attack for 10.
Okay.
11, so that's 21 total.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally 5, so I'll use all 3 of them toward the Shadow.
No worries. How much damage altogether?
26.
26. That's half. Okay. It looks like it didn't take full damage, but it's still very hurt from that attack.
Alrighty. That's my turn.
No worries. We're back to you, Haley.
All right. So for
Do
my
none of the bar get involved? Sorry.
I don't know. They've probably all seen us. They're probably all having their own individual fights, aren't they?
A lot of these people are fleeing.
I can't say I blame them, to be fair. Hold on. Let me just... I'm sorry. I'm still learning how to do this character, so please bear with me. Okay, so I'm going to throw... as my action, I'm going to throw a firebolt at Bark Beast number 1. Like, the one that's closest to me.
No worries.
So that's going to be...
This will be at disadvantage because you're within 5 feet of the Bark Beast.
Okay.
and it's a ranged attack.
Yep.
So roll 2 dice, and then you use the lower
Which
of
dice
the
would
2
you like me
rolls.
to roll? Just 2
It's a
d20s?
d20 to hit. Yeah.
Alright.
So disadvantage is disadvantage to hit,
Yep, sweet
which
as,
is a
no problem.
d20, and you take the lower result.
Alright, I got a 6.
6 total with your spell modifier.
My spell modifier is +3, so that would be sorry, +5 for a spell attack.
Yep.
So that's still only an 11.
Yep. Unfortunately, that doesn't hit as you shoot off this firebolt next to you, and the bark beast quickly ducks under it and shrieks in your
Okay.
direction.
Bonus action, gonna throw another d8 onto the bee cannon.
Yes, you can give everyone temp hit points again
Yes,
as a bonus action.
Yes, that's what I know, and that's what I'm gonna do.
How good is that?
That's fucking awesome. So that's gonna be just a d8 +3, isn't it?
Yep, d8 +3.
6 + 3, that's 9. So that's 9. Does it stack?
Yep. It does not stack.
Does not
The way
stack.
temporary hit points work is they do not stack from more than one source, but you can take the new result as your temp hit points. So Malu, you can add 9 hit points, and it's better than yours, Melissa. So you can take the new total of the temporary hit points given out
Okay,
as well.
Yeah. So I can do the same thing and give myself 1 more HP.
Yep.
'Cause
You
the
give
last
yourself
one was
all 9 temporary hit points from
I
this
get
result.
9.
Yep. So if you had 8,
Takes me-
you just bump it up to 9.
Yep, to 29 instead of 28.
Yep.
Sweet. Awesome.
Awesome. It is now that bark beast's turn, and it is going to try and gnash you again by sucking out your very life essence.
Oh no, don't suck me!
Yep.
Sorry.
But that's a 12 to hit as you kind of throw it off kilter with the firebolt you shot out just before,
Yeah.
and its aim isn't true as you see like bits of the tablecloth and cutlery suck into this thing's maw instead. Malu, you're up, buddy.
Malu is going to shift it, so both the bark beast and the shadow are like within striking range, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Malu, taking damage from the shadow, is immediately going to turn his attention over toward it,
Mhm.
and within his rage, is just going to cleave straight down, overhand strike towards it with this great, recklessly attacking with his great axe.
Sure. Are you doing a great weapon master attack along with this?
No.
Okay. So roll at advantage.
A 21 to hit
21 hits.
for 16 damage.
16 damage. It looks like the damage didn't do as much as you expected it to, but it is very weak now as the spectre is writhing, struggling to keep its incorporeal form together after this massive cleave. Is that everything you want to do on your turn?
That is everything I intend to do on my turn.
Not a problem. It is now this shadow's turn as it screams at you and reaches out its hand again over your face and tries to pull more of your very vitality out of you. And that is a 14 to hit.
That is exactly my AC. It
Okay.
hits.
Very good. That is 10 points of necrotic damage, as I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Nine.
9. Oh boy. Your maximum hit points are dropped by another 10.
17 total down.
Barbarians proficient in Constitution saving throws?
Ooh, what would that mean? Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing saving throws. I've just been clicking the con mod. Fuck.
Don't click the con mod, man, because you'll get an extra +4 to those saving throws. So your last one was 6. You would have made 10.
I put 6 plus 2, so it would have been 10.
10 is a save. So get rid of your HP mods, and just reset it back to what it's meant to be.
Plus
Still take the
9 HP.
damage, but yeah, your maximum hit points are unchanged.
I'm on 24 out of 32 instead of 15 of 15.
Yep. So your HP like maximum is completely unaffected. You still take the damage, and you've had temporary hit points. So I think you take 1 damage from this with the 9 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
But yeah, just make sure when I say saving throw, use your saves.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be failing them a lot.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good, dude. No
All-
stress. We're all still learning.
All good.
I'm on 24. For clarification, I'm now on 24 out of 32 instead of 15 of 15.
Yeah, instead of 1 shot.
Yep. You'd be in a lot of trouble if that was the case. But with that, it is now your turn, Melissa.
Awesome. Seeing that, I assume I can see he's pretty weak. I'm just gonna walk 5 feet towards him, towards the shadow specifically, and stab him with my dagger.
No worries. Roll to hit.
Yeah.
Natural 2 for a 7.
Natural 2 for 7. Unfortunately, while its form is struggling to hold true, there's a lot of spaces in it that don't land a physical blow, and the shadow more or less pulls its form back together and shrieks in your direction, acknowledging your hostile intent.
I'm just
Haley.
gonna shrug it off.
We are back to you.
Back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. I'm gonna throw another firebolt at which one's the weakest? Is it this one? Like this one here?
It's the one in front of Malu,
Okay.
which I can ping it.
Okay, sweet as. I'm just gonna yell Malu duck and then throw another firebolt.
Sure. I'm gonna say it's got half cover for this, so roll to hit.
So that's just a d20, then that's +5 for the spell attack. So... Oh, it's a 5 + a 5 is a 10.
Cool. Did you click the fireball bolt action, or did you just roll the
No,
die?
I didn't. I just rolled a custom dice.
So go into your actions, because
Yep.
this is an easy way to do it. And if you click on the number next to firebolt, it'll roll the dice and apply it automatically.
Oh, like that one there. We're not going to take that because that's a 23.
So
And
yeah,
I'm not rolling at advantage, so take the first roll, but I'll do that from now on.
yeah, just as a bit of advice. Malu acknowledges it, but ducks a bit late, and you jettison the firebolts off towards the rafters instead, and it kind of cinders against a bit of cobble
Yeah. Good.
instead of
Thank you
aiming
for
true.
that. Again, bonus action. This baby slap B cannon. This baby can fit so many heals in it. I'm just gonna pump out some more shielding.
You might roll max.
Alright.
Which I think is 11.
Your boy needs all the shield that you can get.
Yeah, I know. So that's just a D8.
Yep. D8 plus 3.
Yep, that's 3.
D8 plus your int mod is what it
That's
really
another
comes
8.
to. Oh, you rolled 8, or
No,
you've
that's
got
a 5 plus 3.
Yeah,
So that's
nice. So because some of your friends have 9 as their current total, they're not forced to take this new total. You can choose whether you want to take the new temporary hit point total or keep the old one.
Yeah.
And you'll always keep more hit points over less.
8 is greater than 0.
No worries.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just out here like slapping this beehive like, come on!
the bee is like buzzing, and it's like pulsing out this this weird physical energy that kind of shrouds over your bodies as it kind of buzzes on your fingertips and basically all over, but it feels protective. Like this thing is warding you from attack. The bark beast continuing his duel with you, is going to try and suck out your soul once more. And that is an 18 to hit you, Haley.
Yep.
No worries. That is 7 points of necrotic damage,
then
and I still need you to
save.
make that con save.
Yep.
Yep.
That's an 11 for the con.
That saves. You
does.
don't need to worry about
So
anything.
I just take the 7 damage.
You just take the 7 damage. Yes. No worries. The bark beast is like, it's not an intelligent creature, but even you can tell it's confused of how resilient you appear to be. But Malu, it's back to you. As this specter in front of you continues to struggle to keep itself together.
With the rage, oh my voice. With the rage continuing on, knowing I've hit it twice, I'm going to continue with a reckless attack against the shadow.
Go for it.
A 24 to hit.
That hits. And I know your minimum damage, so you kill it. Would you like to use your bonus action to make an attack against
My
the
great
Bark Beast?
weapon master bonus action would like to strike recklessly against Bark Beast.
No worries. Roll to hit.
It is a 23 to hit.
That hits. What's the damage?
Oh boy, these dice. 11 damage total.
And it looks like, even though you're bringing an axe to wood, these spectre creatures resist the effects of your weapon to some extent.
Yep.
Going down. Shadow is dead. Melissa, you're back up.
Alrighty, I'm gonna expend all my movement speed, walking all the way around this creature,
Okay.
and simply turn back towards it and cast Magic Missile at level 1.
Okay. That auto hits, so you don't get disadvantage or anything from your range to the creature. Tell me the damage.
Uh, 10 total.
10 total. This creature, you fill it full of holes as these missiles shatter through its bark-like armor, and you see it hobble, barely keeping itself together as it hisses, as you see mist pouring out of these new rivets that you've made. Next up, Haley.
I'm gonna try something a little bit different, and I just want to shank this bitch. Like,
Sure. Roll to hit.
I will. So I'm just gonna go dagger. That's a 14 plus 4, 18.
18 hits.
Yeah. So the damage there is 1d4 plus 2. So it does 6 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh. I think what happens is it probably like keels over towards Haley after taking a shitload of just crazy damage from Malice. And I think what Haley does is she just like looks at Square in the face, and instead of pulling out like a dagger, she's got a key that she holds, and she just whips it out in front of her and just rips it right across its face. It's like a fairly large metal key, and she just rips it across its face, and like a defensive movement to try and stop it from falling onto her.
Nice. Fantastic. As the bark beast crumples and gives away under its armor, you see Dane pull himself out from behind the tavern's counter. Get out! Get out, all of you! To the barricade, now! As everyone that was hiding behind tables and stuff runs out of the tavern, and You see him moving up the docks of Rat Town towards Butcher's Bridge. What do you guys want to do?
I'd like to rush to the bar and ensure Harvin and his partner gets out of here.
Not a problem. Horvin, while slower on the uptake, you see him remove one of the rivets to his what look like ivory leg braces, and as he reaches under and pulls out a similar axe to Malu's, grab his wife and vault over the top of the bar. I'll meet you lot up there. As he chuckles to himself and sprints off, faster than no cripple should.
Can I just call after him? Like, do you need us to lock up?
He's gone at this point. His large frame moving up the dock itself.
Yeah. I've got a question for you, DM.
Yes.
My bee cannon has half my movement. Is it too heavy for me to pick up and run with it?
So your bee cannon is a small creature. You can have it crawl up and mount on you, but I would say you would take a movement penalty of 5 feet when you're doing non-strenuous activity, 10 feet when you're doing strenuous activity, because it's still metal and it's great. I'd say something like Malu would be able to move around fine.
Can I ask Malu to help me pick up the cannon?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Malu, quick! Before they, I need help. It's too big. It's too big. We have to go fast. Can I put it on you?
Malu just grabs it barrel carry style and just starts running out.
Do you pick me up under one arm and the bee cannon under the other, and you're like, right, let's go.
You see the bee cannon kind of go into autopilot as it climbs up your bicep arm and kind of mounts itself onto your shoulder. As you just hear this constant buzzing in your right ear as this cannon just sits there waiting for further instructions.
Hey, I can hear again. Let's go.
Yeah. Haley just says the cannon stay, and then just basically picks up all her shit and just sprints out as fast as she can, following.
No worries. With that, we'll go to a scene change real quick.
Can I just say, this map is so tight.
It's so fucking tight, my guy.
Thank you. Let's get a lot of you in here. Boom. And we'll just cleared, and we'll get something a little less dire on the playlist, but something that encapsulates the mood,
We're running towards the bridge, correct?
Yep. So as you guys move up the docks of Rat Town, can I get you all to make a perception check real quick?
20 total.
20. Not a problem.
That's a 14 for Haley.
Not a problem. As you guys move up the docks and look around, as you see the mist pouring in, this black, grungy cloud moving along the bays, you see in the distance what looks like a rocky face with dredged ships along the bay, as quite a large ship has this cloud looming out of it, as it looks like it's billowing across the bay.
Do you believe in these tales now, Haley?
She's sort of like leaning there with her hands on her knees, and she looks up, she holds up a finger, and she goes, "There's irrefutable proof, Malu. I'm a woman of science. I'd be ridiculous if I didn't."
With that perception check, as you guys are moving up towards Butcher's Bridge, you catch Tala looking on ahead of you as with the 20, you see her give a wink as she jumps over a couple of crates down into a lower section of the bay and makes off one of the sidewalks up an alleyway.
Well, this is too interesting to give up. Follow me, guys, and I wish to go after her.
Not a problem. As you vault the same ledge Tala did, looking down this alleyway, you see her start to pull the ropes and unknot a small vessel, a small rowboat, as she beckons over to you.
Let's take a fight to them. Head on. I jump on the boat.
Okay, I'll follow after, clutching my beads.
Not a problem.
Are they doing anything?
Haley's just like, my bees! And then she she couldn't jump over the thing that you guys jumped over, so she had to go around. She's running a little bit behind.
No worries.
She gets on the boat.
All right. So as you catch up to Tala and meet her at the end of this pier, well, you lot made the right decision. Not such a superstitious type, am I?
Haley sort of looks up at her and says, well, I can see why now.
Not a problem.
There's still room for a few, though, as Malu tips the silver over the side of the boat.
Hop in. I'm going to introduce you to someone else, Buru. I've come to respect. He'll know what to do about this situation.
Melissa's just sitting there like a kid on a field trip, just super excited to be there.
Does Tala notice my descent?
Does Tala notice your descent? What do you mean?
She's mentioning a friendly Buru, as though Buru aren't exactly, but...
No, the exact wording was, someone the Buru have come to respect.
Oh, okay. My friend. Let's see.
Could be anyone.
Well, as like people, we know it's like a few options.
League of Legends.
As you cast off and you sail around two curves of the bay, a massive ship appears in front of you. Intimidating shark-like hull. You see two cannons leering out of the moor of this thing's front-facing bow. Lights like eyes glowing in its prow. It's enormous. Black sails flutter in the wind. Tala pulls the boat up alongside as a rope hits the top of the boat, and the dark figure leans over the side as she starts pulling herself up. Come on. What you lot waiting on?
I followed
Scared of
right
strangers.
behind her.
So Melis is in like Flynn.
As Tala pulls herself out over the top, a large, furry white creature pulls the rest of you up one by one, as in front of you, a large looming man with a salty grey beard, a tattered pirate hat, an arm made of wooden cogs, pulls himself across the deck. Tala! What's this lot then? Captain, this is a couple of reliable folk I caught up in the bar. After they handled themselves against the spectres in there, I'm sure they could do something about this mess. Right. Join me, dogs. We have such to discuss. As he starts walking to the back of the ship.
Haley gets
The la-
her foot caught in rope and trips over.
The large, white, seal-like creature grabs you and pulls you up.
Thank
Sturdy
you.
footing. You're on the Dreadway now.
I've not got my sea legs yet, obviously. Thank you.
Fucking landlubber. As he steps off and starts working on part of the rigging.
Haley's offended, but she's terrified of this giant creature, so she just like huffs a little bit and trots along to catch up with the rest of her crew.
Do I perhaps recognize this as the Reaver King, or am I getting presumptuous there?
Roll a history check.
14.
14. Gangplank's appearance has not been known for a good 6 months, but everything about this man suggests that he is the Reaver King himself. And more or less confirming it, Tala turns to you all. Come on. You don't want to keep the butcher waiting.
There you go. Thank you. On we go.
The rest of you, back to your posts. These three, get inside. Take a seat. Do you guys do what he says?
Aye,
Yep.
Captain.
Yep. Yes. Haley
As you
does-
come into
Haley does not ask for a cushion.
As you come into his quarters, you see weapons of ivory and bone, heirlooms of Noxian armor and plunder around every edge of this place. The table itself looks like it was once the hide of some sea-like creature that's had an intricate mark carved into it of a jagged hook. As the man walks to the back, he reaches into a barrel and pulls a orange as big as your skull out and starts peeling it with his cutlass. Now, you lot dealt with the specters, I hear. Good. I need cast-offs to deal with this once and for all. I want something left to rule once I take this place back. Can you do that for me?
Malsra, stepping forward, will say, naturally we can, but it all depends on what is occurring in truth.
Explain yourself, Gallo. I don't like dealing in mysteries.
So the smile will fade, and she will simply say, there is enough mystery on board this ship that shows me that you've got more plans than just taking over Bilgewater. There's more than enough Noxian regalia around.
Very perceptive of you. Then I take it you know who I am.
I've got a keen idea, yes.
Good. For the less announced, I'm Gangplank. And Bilgewater is mine. You three. One of my crew vouches for you. So I give you a chance. Take these powder kegs to the Phantom's Ire, scuttle the ship, and you'll be paid. And I'll look at you in good favor.
Anything to rid the clutches of the soldiers of fortune.
Good. Missy Fortune and her band of half-wits are done here. My return is close. Now, you may take the rowboat. Take the powder kegs. And I'll pay ye once it's done. And don't worry, we'll find you. Now, would you like an orange? As he reaches into the barrel and offers you an orange, Haley.
She takes it.
Nods his head,
She nods back.
picks up.
She doesn't say anything. She just looks at it and then looks back at him and nods.
He picks another orange out and reaches towards you, Melissa. You, girl. Do we have an understanding?
Melissa nods, puts a smile back on, takes the fruit, but shows no intent to eat.
He nods again, picks another one out, and beckons towards you, Mel. Now, I maintain my relationship with you, Boo. Are you the same? Or are you more peace-like?
I am a soldier of the peace, you could say, but I have been fighting a retaliation effort for far too long. It'd be great to see you back.
We'll work out your allegiance, sunken one. Now get off my ship!
I back out the door.
He just kind of glares at the rest of you as he continues to peel his orange.
Yep, Haley sort of like gets a start, like gets a fright and just like, and then trots off behind Malu.
Melissa will do a half bow before leaving.
Gives you a nod as he gets up and slams the doors behind you. Tala comes over. Must have went well. You lot are still alive. Now what's the plan?
He's terrifying. He's so big.
Fuck, that's not what I expected to hear.
Look, the Reaver King is, he knows what he wants, but he's still dealing with the defeat of 6 months ago. So don't get on his bad side, because he'll skin you alive.
Well, the plan is powder, a ship, and kaboom. Sounds good? That's great.
Fluffer number?
Fantastic.
Fluffer number?
You can take me boat, and I'll get in contact with you once the job's done. Assuming you don't have your soul sucked out and all that. Anyway, off with you. Grab the kegs. I've already loaded them. As if you go into the astral portal, on the sidebar, there is a tab called Documents and Handouts. There is a handout in there that you guys can click on called Powder Keg, and it will bring up what the item is and how to use it.
Yeah, I'm looking. I can't click on the handout. The handout is grayed out.
The handout is grayed out. Let me see if I can share with players. Boom. Can you see it now?
Yep.
Sidebar, I've only got pin sidebar or chat.
Bottom left on your character token.
Powder keg.
Oh, view handouts, powder keg. There you go.
All
Thank
good.
you.
No worries. Do you guys get back in the boat, or what are we doing?
I'm aboard the rowboat.
Can I take a quick, closer look at the Noxian regalia stuff?
The what, sorry?
The Noxian stuff.
The Noxian stuff? The Noxian stuff was inside Gangplank's
Okay, no worries then.
hold. If you wanted to sneak back in, you could give it a go.
I'm quite alright.
Very good.
We're in session 2. Let's not die. Okay?
Just
At the
cast
hands of the
invisibility.
king.
It's good. It's a good choice. It's a good choice. But with that, you guys remount on the boat and you cast off, heading towards this clouded black ship. As you move closer, the fog here begins to thicken as you try your best to avoid the black patches But when it brushes past your nose, you feel the decay down to your very core. A lot of the plant life here has gone a glowing green hue as you can see the rot of wood, ships, and life that the fog has taken all across Rat Town and the docks. As you get closer, you find a small area untouched by the fog to moor at. And ahead of you, Serpent Street is an entryway into the docks themselves, as we will see change.
Let's go grab a drink real quick.
Yeah,
No
that's it,
worries.
Pete, hold on.
We'll take 5 minutes here
Okay, awesome.
and come back in a sec.
All right.
Thank you.
Damn, these maps are cool, man.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I didn't expect it to be Gangplank.
So England has just gone to curfew-esque lockdown.
Really? Didn't expect that.
Pubs and everything has to close with a curfew of 10 p.m. Table service only. So I might well be out of the job in less than 2 weeks after I started.
I hope not, man. That's awful.
Yeah.
That is awful.
Cases warrant it though. Like we're all struggling at the moment.
I'm just thankful for JobKeeper keeping me afloat at the moment. But yeah, we'll see how everything goes into New Year's.
Yeah. Is that the kind of timeline you're looking at to return? Is it?
Yeah, well, I'm probably going to go back to study next year, but
Yeah.
haven't finalized it.
I'm back.
Anything yet. All right. Let's grab some ambience.
Just to let you know, Angus, I'm not sure if it's intended. However, bottom right of the map, there's a little bit of a sneaky already seen. Is that intended or?
That's okay. Just means that the shadow is not working quite correctly.
It's back.
Alrighty, guys. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Melissa does have a simple question for Haley and Malu, though, by the way. Simply, is it Gangplank we are putting our chips on?
I'm afraid you all don't know my story. However, I would much prefer Gangplank over the current situation I find myself.
Haley just sort of... She hedges a bit, and she sort of looks at Malice and said, he's very powerful, and he has connections that I need to make. For now. I need information about this.
With many of the main thoroughfares into this neighborhood left ruined by the harrowing, this winding series of alleys serves as a primary route into the remains of the salvage docks from Bilgewater proper. These passages reek of rotting fish and decay, yet no vermin rummage through the upturned crates and derelict buildings, rendering them eerily silent. Welcome to the Cracked Row. What would you guys like to do?
our brief is to head towards the ships. I make my way dockwards.
As a note, areas that look like this are black fog areas. And you would be aware, after watching the events of the Brazen Hydra, that's probably best not to come into contact with this if you can help it.
Down the eastern road we go.
No
Lead the
worries.
way. I'll follow.
As you guys come up through here, moving past a house, you look inside and you see what looks like the skeletal corpse of someone that used to work here. Paying attention to their activities, you realize they appear to be sweeping the floors, stocking shelves, going about their activities as if they were still alive.
No rest, even for the dead. We press on.
No problem.
Melissa will start clutching her beads tightly.
Coming out into this open area, what was once a commercial hub of this area is now nothing more than a hollow shell. Vicious gunpowder marks sit beside faded splatters of blood on the broken streets, and the cracked windows of the former shops creak idly in the faint wind. Beside the entrance to the docks sits what appears to be the remains of a tavern, constructed from two upturned ship hulls, sandwiched together. Faded paint above the splintered door reads, "The Peregrine." What are we doing, guys?
Can I make some form of check to see if there's any visual markings of where, like, the way that people went through here recently?
Sure. Make a investigation check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Why?
As you bend down and look along the sides of the bay, it looks like whatever footprints that have been left in the muck and water and gore of this situation are heading away from these docks, signifying people were trying to flee this place away from the shadows emanating from this large ship in the bay.
Well, we're definitely going the right way. The right opposite way of everybody else.
I wonder what they were fleeing. I think we have a fairly good obvious guess.
Probably the giant ship spewing black smoke.
Ah yes, the one we're tasked with destroying.
Exactly, that
I
one.
can't believe we agreed to do this. This is ridiculous.
Sounds like fun, let's go.
For the king.
Which way are you guys going? Feel free to touch the map and double click, and you can ping a direction
Melissa will start walking towards here with intent to go up.
towards here.
Towards the north
Sure.
dock side.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I don't want to move too far in case you've got triggers.
Yeah.
Moving up here, make a perception check.
A 5.
A 5. Lucky you. As you move up, you put your foot on the creaking boards of this pier, and you see the black smog rising from underneath the bay as you feel the instability below you.
Okay, so DA, do we have an idea if it's this? Okay, you can't see that ping. The ship directly to our northeast, or is it likely to be a different ship that we're going to?
The ship directly to your northeast, is not the Phantom's Ire because the smog is not coming from the ship.
Okay, it's like shadows look like they're emanating from the ship, so I was just making sure.
Yep. Up here is where
okay.
it's coming from.
So I'll simply turn to the other two and go, shall we try our luck at the wooden creaking boards, or should we look for another way?
Well, miss, no sea legs over here has had a bit of a trouble so far. Do we risk it?
Yeah, in saying that, Malu, I am quite a lot smaller than you lot. So I could probably make it across just fine. Can Haley, can Haley walk up and, like, test the boards?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Melissa with a smirk on an offhand comment will simply say, smaller maybe, but heavy maybe not.
So that's a 16.
16. As you test the boards, you manage to, like, creak and get a few paces in, but as you get to about the 6th board, it cracks below you, but you pull back in time. I'll say about here. Cracks below you. You are fast enough to pull yourself back as the black smoke rises in a poof and then settles back below the boards of this pier.
All right, Malice.
Not the way it is.
Right. I'll take that one. I did deserve it.
Okay, I'll lead the way this way then.
You press on.
Sure. You'll lead the way?
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah, again, sorry, I don't want to move myself too much here in case I go too far.
Alright, let me get this up. To your left, you see the Peregrine, this two-hulled ship sandwich of a tavern that a lot of dock workers would frequent around these salvage areas. The door appears to be caved in by some rubble and blockage. A stronger person might be able to shift this and free the door from such blockage. To your right, you see the Scout's waterfront. The smaller set of docks on the western side are usually used by small scouting vessels which search and mark areas for potential wrecks before sending out large salvage crews. Now though, these docks are decrepit, blackened barnacles, coating and rotting pilings. The broken planks of wood squelch and sag as people step on them. Close to the warehouse sits a small abandoned shed that might once have been some kind of office.
Do we want to get this done, or do we want to take a quick look around?
I'm not sure, Malice, what you seem to know what you're doing.
I am literally going forward.
Actually, you've not been here before, have you?
Not in the flesh.
Considering the current situation we're in, could you have said that any differently? My goodness.
Yes, but let's say it's all sorts of things can happen. Let's just push forward, shall
I'm
we?
starting to believe that now.
What are you guys
I'm
doing?
really questioning. Let's continue.
Continue on. I'll continue leading.
Alright.
Haley just shakes her head and is like, you're actually fucking unbelievable, and just, like, follows.
As you guys move up past the Peregrine, can I get you all to make a perception check real quick?
Roger.
A 4.
A 4?
7.
19, baby!
19.
Awesome. Thank God.
Thank God for that.
As the rest of you start pushing through, squelching more or less loudly through the puddles of various substances, Haley, you hear what sounds like a clatter inside the peregrine as something resembling wood hitting floor rings in your ears.
She stops and sticks her hand out and grabs Malice. And puts her finger to her lips. Shh. And she's
Sneaky
listening.
time.
She's listening to see if there's any more noises.
Make another perception check with advantage. 17. Let's have a look. Oop, that
This is with
dice
no bonus,
fell off
by
the
the way.
table.
This is just flat rolls.
As you stop and listen closely and halt your allies around you, you hear a bit more movement, a skittering, and then you hear as something else knocks over, and then more sound like small claws around the boat hull directly in front of you.
There's something alive in there, Malice! Sounds small
Okay.
and skittery.
Okay. Just get low. Be quiet.
Knowing what we know today, there are many things that are not alive, just as much as they are alive at the moment.
Alright, Malice, but there's something moving inside the boat when we haven't heard anything else moving around anywhere.
Moving, I can get by. Let's go.
Haley's just going to reach up and pat the cannon. Just giving a little check, just making sure everything's still. Yeah, okay. Good. Keep your ears peeled. Lady Captain. I feel like you may have a hump in your shoulder.
Am I able to get a bit lower to the ground, start moving a bit quieter, and go for a slower advance?
You can roll a stealth check,
That's
and
the
if
idea.
you'd
Yes,
like
please.
to be more subtle,
Follow my lead. Natural
Alright.
20.
no worries.
Oh, got him. Good work.
Are the rest of you stealthing as well?
Yeah, I think Haley will as well,
Okay.
because she's very
That's
spooked
the
and
intent
probably
of the
seeing Malice
party.
just yeah. So is that a stealth check?
Yes.
I'm not going to give the party away.
Oh,
I will
that's
join
an
in.
18, baby. That's an 18.
Nice.
Cool.
12.
12.
You are a barbarian.
Alright.
You're a barbarian and you're huge. I'm not
Big
surprised
boy.
you're right. Yeah.
Oh yes, I will just like to add it. It's a natural 20 plus 5.
But quaff through yonder window breaks. The sound of Mellow's ass cheeks gently quakes.
Jesus.
Okay. Ping on the map where you're advancing to.
Towards this way.
Sure. So,
And kind of hugging the warehouse away from the noise that Haley heard.
sure, this is fog, so I imagine
Yeah.
you guys are around here. As you move around the corner, in front of you, you see what looks like a similar spectre to the one you encountered in the Brazen Hydra. And as you look upon this creature, you see it chanting something. As it pushes mist into the corpses of two felled humans, and you watch as they rise from the ground.
What kind of check would Haley make to see if she understands it? Would that be an Arcana check?
Yes, it would.
Can I make one of those, please?
Go ahead.
That's a 24.
24. While you have not experienced this type of magic directly, you're very aware of what went down on the Isles of Light and their experimentation with necromancy and the calamity that it led to, turning what once was a place of learning and magic into the Shadow Isles. And you know this to be that very same magic.
Okay. I look over at Malu, and then I look back to Melis, and I just sort of like raise my eyebrows at her.
Okay, well, Melis will take a quick initiative and use a subtle spell and cast a level 2 Chaos Bolt at it.
Not a problem. I will say this. Like, who are you casting the Chaos Bolt on? Because the shadow is already leaving after...
Okay, never
something
mind
this-
then, because
Yep.
I was going to do it on the shadow.
No worries. It doesn't look like it noticed you, though, as...
Awesome. Okay.
Thankfully,
Yes.
most of the
Over.
party was stealthed aside from our incredibly thick barbarian.
Hey man, rogue rolls over here.
Just so you guys are aware, these red squares around the area are doorways that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
interact with. Yep. In case that wasn't clear.
Yeah, I was playing
No,
with
we-
them
we
in the
figured.
bar, sorry.
We've played enough RPGs to know what a red door thing means.
Yeah. Just making sure for my sake.
Light work for me.
Could I... I kind of want to make a perception check to see if they're the only ones, but... I'm sorry, guys. My smile will drop and I'm gonna rush Zombie too.
Zombie 2?
Yeah.
No worries. What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna run 25 feet over and try and stab it with a dagger.
25
oh my god,
feet.
Angus, they're
Cool.
animated? Hello,
Yep.
Yeah, I
the
noticed that
work this
before.
man is doing
Oh.
for this map, my guy!
Some of the tokens I can find animated, so I like to include them where I can.
Oh my god, fuck yes, my guy, the work you do for us, insane.
Roll to hits.
19, 24 total.
That hits. Damage.
Exactly 8.
Exactly 8. Okay, I have to roll a check, and DC of 5 plus the damage taken. Okay. As you plunge your dagger into this creature's heart, you see the life, or what was posing as life, leave it for a second. But you feel a shudder through the hilt, and you see its neck snap up and look at you as it pushes the blade out of itself and snarls in your face. I need everyone to roll initiative.
That's not how I expected that to go!
Malice, you idiot! You reversed into the sports lorry!
16.
16? No worries.
Haley's got a rockin' 7 there, my guys. A 7.
Alright.
Malu on the 19.
Hey.
Alright. Malu, 19. Haley, 7. And what was Melisra?
18, I believe it was.
18. No worries.
Sorry, I already cleared it. I can re-roll if you wish.
No, it's fine. No problem. Malu, you're up.
He may not be a quiet boy, but his reactions are on point. I'm going to charge a zombie. Zombie 1 is going to... I've got 30 feet of movement, so... I make it. And I am going to... I'm not going to rage, however, I am going to recklessly attack this zombie with my great axe.
Not a problem. What'd you get to hit?
It's a 19 to hit.
19 hits, buddy. Tell me the damage.
4 damage without rage.
4 damage. You bring it down true, but you only hit part of this creature's hand, and as the force slams into the ground, you see it get back up with a decapitated but still functioning set of limbs as it hisses at you. Next up, it is this zombie. It is going to look at you, Malu, as it raises its two limbs above its head, while one hand decapitated brings down both of them atop your heads as it's going to try and slam you. That is... Oh, it's got advantage, that's right, because we did this recklessly. And, yep, that is 17 to hit.
Hits.
No worries. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Did the temporary hit points remain from the first fight?
Yes, they do.
Thank you.
Sorry, ignore that, guys.
It's all good. You can rejoin when you're ready.
Yeah, sorry. Yep, sorry, carry on without me. I'm just gonna get myself back in.
Yep. With that, zombie's turn over, and Melissa, you're up.
Sorry, I wanted to end this quickly and quietly. I will cast Magic Missile at first level, one bolt to the one in front of me and the other two to the other one.
Sure. Tell me the damage individually. So the first one is going into the one in front of you.
Yep, which is 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay. I roll. You shoot this thing down again, and you see, similar to the dagger, it contorts as the mist sucks back up into this corpse, and it pulls itself off the ground. As it goes to hit you. It's now that zombie's turn, as that is a 18 to hit your armor class.
Reaction shield.
Sure. As it does a similar thing to Malu, as it brings both limbs up and tries to slam atop your head. What does your shield look like?
A force of black energy appearing around Melissa, forcing him towards the strike, all condensing in one location.
Awesome. As you see this
Yeah, that's a cool
curved
aesthetic.
bubble-like blackened sphere bounce off the limbs of the zombie. Melissa pulls herself back, ready to go again. Haley, you're up.
She's kind of seen her two teammates, just start going ham on these fucking zombies. But the first thing I'm gonna do is, hang on, if I fire a firebolt at one of these guys over here,
Yep.
am I in range?
You are in range for firebolts,
Okay.
and you have line of sight.
Yeah, okay,
So,
so my action, I'm gonna fire a firebolt at zombie...
just ping which one.
Yeah.
You can tap close to them. No worries.
I'm gonna fire a firebolt at that one, so let me just roll for that real quick. Hold on.
Sorry, Angus, does the rest of my magic missile go off?
Oh, yes. What was the damage on the second one? Sorry.
Okay, sorry, I'll work that out.
Yep.
So 3, and the final bolt is a 5.
Okay. So that one drops it down to 1 hit point, and then it was 5 on the last one.
Yep.
And he makes the DC. So the zombie does drop, but pulls itself up, similar to the one in front of you.
Okay, no worries, sorry about that.
That's a good no stress. So I rolled a 10 to hit this one here.
Which one? Sorry? Yep, this one. That hits.
10 to hit.
That hits.
5 damage. Sorry, 3 damage.
5 damage.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Yeah.
All good.
But as my bonus action, I want to command the bee cannon to make its way in between my two colleagues.
No worries.
It's probably not going to make it there in time to do the bonus action for shielding, though. Unless I don't know how that works. Because commanding it to move is an action, isn't it? Or that's my bonus action, to command it to move.
Yep. So it looks like the zombie once again pulls itself upwards, as you know, it looks like while the hits are true, they lack the power to completely destroy these creatures. As you move the B cannon up, it was right next to you, and that is 15 feet. That's where you can get it to.
Okay.
And then these guys, unfortunately, are
Out of
15.
range. That's
Yep.
okay. I'm just going to try and move it up closer and closer whenever I can.
Yep, no worries.
I'm going to end my turn there.
Not a problem. Back to you, Malu.
Malu just shouts out in anger, "Die, you fiend!" and swings again.
Go ahead.
Recklessly attacking with the Great Weapon Master attack.
Sure thing. So you get to add +10 to this hit if it hits.
Ooh.
To the damage of this hit, that is.
With the -5 DC, it comes to -5 to hit. Sorry, that's 18 to hit. So.
That hits. So what is the total damage?
20 damage.
20 damage. Okay. This creature, it looks like it tries to suck the mist back into itself, but its corpse just crumples and goes lifeless as it no more. It has nothing left. Good job, man. You got him. Boom.
Hey.
You have movement and you got a kill. So
Oh, I can run up to the other zombie and recklessly strike again.
yes, you can.
I would like to make this one also a Great Weapon Master attack.
Go ahead.
15 to hit.
15 hits. These things are slow and shambling.
For 23 damage.
23 damage. Yep, it doesn't make the DC. This thing crumples like its colleague, and you see the mist evaporate out of this now lifeless corpse. And we're out of initiative. You guys have moved up here. As you look around, moving on from the zombies that the Spectre managed to raise, you see a warehouse. These warehouses once stored a myriad of equipment and treasure salvage from various wrecks. Peregrine sits right between the cracked row and the warehouses, and the tavern was once a common respite for the weary dock workers after a long day. I think we already went through that. But yes, ahead of you, there's a warehouse.
Awesome. Hold on. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to quickly flip a coin.
Go ahead.
Okay, tails. So I'm going to opt towards wanting to go into this warehouse.
Sure. So ahead is the warehouse. To your right is the office, and yeah, back down here is the entrance to the Peregrine.
Okay, so Melissa is going to assume that keys are in the office, so she'll check the office first.
Sure. You open the doorway to the office and step in. Make an investigation check.
Natural 19.
Natural 19. As you move around and look through this place, you don't find anything apparently of use due to the rot and decay. Like most of the scrolls are fetid and destroyed. But you find a skeleton of what once was a man, and there's a dented breastplate still covering the torso of the skeleton.
Does it have any regalia or insignias?
Other than the sturdiness of its make, there isn't too much to this thing. It is of a solid metal, though. A creature that is proficient in medium armor could probably don this thing.
Okay, can I grab it off the skeleton and present it to Malu? Asking if he could use it or something along the lines.
Sure. You take a couple of minutes to more or less pull it free of the bones. But yeah, this thing, it's for a smaller build, but it might fit Malu or Haley.
Oh, okay, I'll offer it to Haley first then.
Sure.
Sorry.
Alright, hang on. Just one quick question, DM. So for the last fight that we had, I'm sitting at 15 out of 29 HP right now. But that was all out of, like, the 2 hits that I took were both out of my temporary HP. So...
Okay.
Like, am I still at 15, or am I, like, technically at, like...
If you reapplied the HP between the times you took damage, you should be at a higher...
Also, it's not a natural base HP.
Sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm really guys can talk over each other. Can I get Angus to run me through it?
Yeah, so basically, when you reapply temporary hit points, even after you lose your original temporary hit points, like you basically armor up again, and get to factor those into your HP.
Okay.
So you only should have taken any damage that was left over after your temporary hit points on those turns. And if you used your cannon to get temporary hit points back on your next turn, then you should be making sure that you apply those temporary hit points.
Okay. Sweet.
So you can keep track of your HP.
Yeah, no, that's right. I just wasn't sure. So going in from there, I took 7 damage, which took me down to 21, and then I re-upped and took another 7 damage. So I should be at like 21 out of 21.
Yeah, you should be at 21 in that case.
Also,
if it didn't go through your temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Isn't your like actual base HP like 21?
Yeah, my actual base HP is 21, but it was up to 29.
Yep.
Okay, so wouldn't that reflect in the left value as opposed to the right value?
So the easiest way to do it is if you go into your D&D Beyond character sheet, it'll tell you your current and maximum hit points.
Okay.
If you click on that, there's a little box that says temp. In there, you can just type like 6 or whatever that is, and then whenever you take damage, it'll remove from that first.
Yeah, sorry, because the right value is your actual HP, which is why I was kind of confused there.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to change it. So Haley's at full health, like actual full health. But her technical HP, including the temp, is at 29.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would reflect that in the left value, not the right.
On the arc, sorry, on Astral.
You could on Astral you could put 29 out of 21.
Yeah.
Oh,
I recommend keeping track of your HP in D&D Beyond rather than Astral, because it's just easier and more intuitive.
No, that's okay. I've got it done on both now. I just wasn't sure. Thank you for running me through that, guys. Sorry, we'll carry on. Haley
All good.
Haley just sort of looks at it and is like, no thank you, Malice. No,
As make an intelligence check, Haley. Yep.
An intelligence check.
Yep. Just click the intelligence box and it should roll it
That
up.
is an 18 plus 3, 21.
21. Looking at this thing, while it's, a bit worse for wear, like the quality of this armor is like it's definitely more dense and durable than what you're wearing, and it wouldn't be above your stature to wear something like this if you want to be more sturdy.
All right. Well,
it might make you less stealthy, but this is a breastplate rather than
like
leather. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I guess I'll take it and put it on.
Cool. So if you go into equipment in D&D Beyond, you can click Manage Equipment, and then it'll bring up a little taskbar at the side.
Yep.
If you type breastplates into the filter, it will show just a basic breastplate, which is highlighted in black. It should be the second option, and you can click Add, and that will add it to your inventory. And then to equip it, you just click on the box next to it once you find it in your inventory.
Alright, that's giving me +1 to my AC. That forced check to make you realize, hey, maybe this is the right decision.
Yeah, I'm here to teach
Yeah.
as well as play. I'm not going to go too hard on you guys here yet.
Alrighty.
Like while we're sussing
I'm just
out the
imagining her,
rules.
like Haley trying to get the straps on and just kind of like, look, the dent in the middle actually makes it fit better. Thank you, Malice.
She'll nod and start walking over to the warehouse.
Sure thing. You head over to the warehouse. Which door are you opening?
Left one.
Left one. As you head inside, it's musty and damp, and looking around, there's barrels, some filled with what looks like parts of aquatic sea life that have been chopped up. Others look like they're empty or just hold basic supplies like grain or spare cloth for sails. But feel free to make an investigation check to have a look around the room.
Natural 17, and I just want to say that any food stuff that I find, I want to make sure that it's sealed after I look, because I want to make sure it's good.
No worries. With 17, you may roll 1d100 and tell me the result.
That is a 25.
25. Interesting. What is that? Let me check real quick. What's it called again? Okay. Here, we're all doing some learning.
You earn the Zawelda!
Zawalda!
Oh. It's a magic item. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. As you rummage through what looks like a box that has relatively common and just standard herbs that an alchemist might take fancy in, there's nothing that really catches your eye until you reach the bottom and you find a small pilter that seems to have some kind of liquid in it. It seems to be a rather, vibrant shade of pink.
Awesome! Can I hand it to Haley and ask her if she has any idea what it is?
Sure. You hand it to Haley. What do you do, Haley?
Haley pops the cork and takes a whiff. She goes, ah!
Oh, it smells kind of sickly sweet. If anything, as
Same reaction from Haley.
it looks like there's some kind of shiny powder running through the mixture.
It's glittery.
What you can do, Haley, is I believe you have a spell prepared called Identify.
I do have a spell prepared
Yep.
called Identify.
The interesting thing about this spell is you can cast it as a ritual.
Yep.
And what casting as a ritual does is if you take 10 minutes, you don't have to use a spell slot.
Do we have
To
10
cast.
minutes?
That's up to you.
Malice,
Do you communicate that fact?
I'd say to it, Malice, I can find out for you what it is, but do we have 10 minutes to do it? Because I have to get my gear out.
You can spend a spell slot to do it instantaneously, but it costs a spell slot. That's the choice.
Come inside the warehouse. We'll have you do it while we're sitting in here. I'll check out the other room while you do so.
We'll continue to loot.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm not burning a spell slot for that. I'm going to do the 10-minute identify ritual.
Sure.
While she's doing that, can I check the other room?
Yeah, sure.
Malu heads over to the right-hand door as well.
There's a door inside, by the way.
As Malu heads over, Haley says, be careful with my bees, Malu!
Yeah. As you guys enter through here, you find a couple of trunks. The one to the far left is open. Looks like there's nothing of interest in here. There's one to your right and one to your center left that appear to be closed.
Can I sleight of hand to see if I can unlock them?
Yeah.
Or just
go ahead.
open them if they're unlocked?
So which one are you trying to unlock?
The right one.
The right one. So it appears to be locked. You don't have thieves' tools at all, do you?
No, I don't.
All good. Haley, might have some kind of tool that you could use to pry this open.
Do you
Okay, I'll hit back to
interrupt her
Haley.
while she's doing something?
Sorry to interrupt. Can I borrow a thingamabob?
You're going to need to be a little bit more specific, Melis. I'm sorry for snapping, I'm busy.
Something to unlock something, please.
If you interrupt her during her casting, she won't be able to pull the spell off.
I will not interrupt her, and I will sit patiently and wait.
Okay. There is the chest to your left.
Yep, I'll leave that one to Malu.
As you look over this chest, it appears to not be locked, as the clef of it doesn't seem to be sealed.
I lift the lid.
Okay. As you lift the lid, you throw it back, and something squirms aside as a tentacle shoots up and smacks down at you. See if it hits. Oh, that is a 22. As this massive appendage slams down against your torso, and you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
I'm not even raging, damn it. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to be specific. I meant in the other room, sitting and waiting for the record.
It's all good. What are you guys doing? This thing's just popped up. So
Ow!
It's just kind of wiggling and thriving around as it's like slamming down around it. As I imagine you step back, or
I step back out of range as soon as I can.
what are you doing? Okay, so you step out of range. The tentacle continues to slam down around the room for a little while until it slows down and pulls itself back into the box, and you see the lip of it close the top of the box behind it as the chest itself closes.
I stumble back into the room with Malice in, and I go, nothing of interest in that one.
Got it.
But like heavy breathing, like he's just taking a sucker punch, kind of.
Nothing
We
to
don't
see
need
here,
to.
move along!
We don't need to go back there.
I see nothing for now, but I still want to know what's in the other chest.
All right. At this point, Haley, you complete
Yep.
your identifier, and you work this out to be a Pilter of Love. The next time you see a creature within 10 minutes after drinking this Pilter, you become charmed by that creature for 1 hour.
Hang on,
If
do
the
they become
creature
charmed
is
by me?
of a species... Pun?
Do they become charmed by me as the person who's drunk the potion, or I become charmed by them?
You become charmed by them.
Unless
If the
you
creature
become
is of a
poison.
species and gender you are normally attracted to, you regard it as your true love while you are charmed. This potion's rose-hued efferent liquid contains one to easy mist bubble shaped like a heart, as you kind of see it moving around, darkened in the liquid. But you can add a Pilter of Love to the inventory of whichever one of you wants to hold on to this.
And as soon as she figures it out, she like lets out a cackle. She's like, Melis, you would not believe what you found.
It's a love potion.
It's a love potion. You found a love potion in this place of all places.
Melis's smile will disappear and say, okay.
Do you
That
need
mine.
this?
Yes, I do believe that will be helpful.
All right, but be careful. You have to remember. don't play with people's feelings. Don't go breaking their hearts. Like, Haley's just, like, finds it so funny that in this entire situation, she sat there for 10 minutes trying to work out what it is, and when she realizes, she's like, oh my god, it's a love potion. Really? Really? Are we on the back end of a brothel or something?
Make a
Oh my god.
make an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh no, that explains the tentacle in the box. The
Jesus.
intelligence check is a 21.
You know this to be a salvage dock, which means they would have pulled any goods worth what they consider profitable if resold to the right buyer. So there is a wide array of different types of goods that come into these ports, and finding something like a tentacle or a love potion or some weird tribal implement from Ixtal or the Freljord isn't unheard of and maybe somewhat expected.
Awesome, so I added that to my inventory, so thank you very much. The smile will return, and I will ask Haley if she can unlock the box.
Cool. You have thieves' tools, Haley, so feel free to make a thieves' tools check.
Yes, how do I do that?
So you roll a D. Let me check if you're proficient or not.
I'll be right back, my nose is bleeding.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's...
A very warm welcome to we're taking a short break. Very warm welcome to the 2 new followers to the stream. Thank you guys that is the Devil, the DM, and Mukore. Many warm welcomes.
All right.
Coming along to watch our D&D session.
I'm just going to make sure that you're proficient and work out how to apply that proficiency real quick. While Hellcat's fixing his nosebleed.
So while Hellcat's fixing his face.
Yes, you are proficient in these tools.
Okay,
so the way you do these is you roll a d20, you add your dexterity, and then you add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So you get the result of that d20. So if I'm looking at your character sheet, I rolled 17. I would then apply the dex. That brings me up to a 19, and then I would apply the proficiency bonus, which brings me up to a 21.
I'm back, sorry about that.
Okay. Alrighty, so I'm going to roll a d20.
Yep.
Which is an 18.
An 18?
Plus 2, which is my dexterity mod, and then the other plus 2, so that it brings it up to 22.
22. Like an expert,
I opened the shit out of this box, baby!
Yeah, it's like a as the lid of this box chinks open and it raises a little bit as you can now lift it.
I do not want to lift this one.
Nor
that one.
Well, let's roll step forward
Pointing back to
and
the
offer
first
to
one.
him.
No worries. You walk forward and open the box, and inside you see what looks like a small brown sack. Opening it up, you find 20 gold krakens, as you discern this to be some kind of lockbox for profits.
Awesome, I'll grab those and simply say, well, at least I didn't get the tentacle.
No problem. Alrighty, guys. What are we doing?
Move on and sneaky beaky like again?
Continue with the mission.
I guess we do continue with the mission.
Alrighty. I'll pull you guys out here.
Reroll stealth.
Yes, you will need to re-roll stealth because it's a fresh roll.
22.
no.
If you 20 total?
Yeah.
Awesome. What about the rest of you?
Haley,
21.
Haley got a 20.
20? No worries.
For some reason, our big, thick barbarian's butt cheeks don't seem to be clapping so loud this time.
Here's
He
a
maybe clenched them a little bit too hard when he got slapped by a tentacle, and now is walking with them clenched quite tightly together.
well, barbarians don't need to wear heavy armor, so
Ah.
there's not actually a whole lot clanking around over there, except his butt cheeks.
Except his butt cheeks. Soft. What sound through yonder window breaks? 'Tis naught but Malu's cheeks. Gently breaks. I can't get over it. I'm sorry. It was just too good. Alright.
While moving, can I do a bonus action spell 3 points to a single level spell slot?
Yep, you can just do that while you're out of combat.
Awesome.
Also, thank you for putting that clip in the chat, boy.
I got it.
So good. You're amazing. Thank you.
Good stuff. Where are you guys moving? Are you moving up onto the pier? Or...
Yes.
I
No
believe that this western route is a more sturdy route to the.
No. No worries. The pier here seems to be
game.
holding relatively well as you step foot onto it, compared to the parts on the far west side from earlier. As you look up here, you see the outline of the Phantom's Eye above you as black smog swirls around it, obscuring most of the ship and towering up towards the bay, heading towards Bilgewater. To your left, you see what looks like a small ship. The wreck of the Telemachus, as you read its name. Both Cracked Row and the warehouse connect these main docks through mostly abandoned, and few shipwrecks can be spotted bobbing in the tide, closest of which is a sloop named the Telemachus. The Telemachus sits beached onto one of the auxiliary piers. Time has rotted the wooden planks, leaving splintered holes in the dock. And you see, beneath the waves, lurch this creature, as a large fish with massive red eye jumps across the small connecting pier down into the ocean on the other side to dip beneath the waves again.
I see it jumping out of the water. I'm not keen. Okay, alright.
I'm kind of keen.
Haley notices that Malu seems to be like a little bit bruised and kind of looking not great for wear, so I think she's gonna
Malu has had a rough day.
Malu refers to himself in the third person. So I think she's gonna do a quick cure wounds on him.
Sure. That is a D8 plus your intelligence.
Yeah, so I got a D8 plus 3.
Yes.
So that's an 8. I've given you 8 HP back.
Thank you.
Oh, that's good.
You're
You,
welcome.
you hear Malu let out an unbelievable, like a complete sigh of relief, kind of
Yeah.
just like.
What does your healing look like, Haley?
I think when she does it, it's kind of like she places her hand on his back, and a sort of soft golden light radiates out from it, and it's like this little like little sparks flying out that kind of look like bees, and it probably feels like warm and like something like kind of like something's dripping down your back a little bit, but like in a nice way, like someone has soothed your wounds, like
A
that.
lovely honey bath.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
What are we doing, guys?
Melisra will very quickly voice that, considering that our last small amount of looting went well, I kind of want to go look at the boat.
Do you reckon we can time past the fish?
I reckon I might be able to.
Oh, well, I'm with you, Malice, but please be careful.
I'm afraid I must play backup on this one. I can't take the front today. I've had a rough one so far.
May I borrow your tools, just in case?
Yes, but you have to promise to be careful with them. I can't replace them here.
Oh, don't worry. If anything will need replacing, it might be me. And she'll head towards the bathroom.
Oh god. Alright. No worries.
I'm sorry for the metagame, but I saw a chest.
It's fine. It's there to be seen. So I'm gonna move you guys up towards the boat.
Yeah,
Can I do like a
Haley's gonna be,
stealthy
like-
acrobatics thing?
How are you going about this?
I kind of wanted, as I said before, a stealthy acrobatics thing. Because
Nope.
I can tell that it's got like.
Alright.
that's
I'm
great.
gonna get you to re-roll a stealth check.
No
yeah.
worries. Natural 20.
Natural
Oh
20.
my god. You're not a wizard, you're a rogue!
I'm not a rogue.
Yeah.
Sorry, so natural 20, just total 25.
No worries. You creep up on this thing and you manage to get up to the break in this bridge without alerting the creature below. You can make a acrobatics or athletics check to try and jump this gap.
Acrobatics, natural 17, 22 total.
That succeeds. You leap with a little twirl and land on the other side of this
Just do a small half bow.
crumbling pier.
Awesome. Can I do an investigation check to check out the ship?
Sure. You get on to the ship and you feel the ship itself creak and almost lower itself further into the water as it feels like your weight has upset it. But yeah, feel free to make that investigation check.
Natural 18, no bonuses.
Not a problem. As you push and dart around the soggy planks, securing your way to the back of the Telemachus, you reach the chest and, rifling through it, you come to a piece of cloth in the bottom that seems to have wrapped around something hard. As you pull back the cloth, you see what looks like a scimitar with a black blade and orange-hued energy pulsing along the sharpened sheath. You see, if you look into the documents and handouts,
The village water calculus.
Oh, you are. Oh my god.
Oh,
I love this. I just want to play this instead of League forever. I want to play League and not League at the same time. This is so much better.
this is a fabled blade known throughout the land. A particularly famous enchantment for guards or lawmen to get their hands on. One strike slows your targets, leading to an easier capture. It's said that even the Ruined King before his downfall owned one of these. As you hold it in your hand and move it around, the orange glow traces through the air, leaving an after hue. But that's what you find.
Awesome. Can I make my way back to the group?
Sure. I'll get you to roll a new stealth check, because you've been rifling around on the ship.
13 for a total of 18.
Not a problem. You once again stealthily maneuver your way onto the bridge, and I need another acrobatics or athletics check.
13, total 18.
13 total 18. You jump and land on the other side. You see fish bob out of the waves, a red eye looking at you above as it blinks and disappears back below the water.
Okay.
Out of character. That was pretty stressful. Oh my god, that could have gone smash.
I'm like
Good roll.
heart pumping.
Fucking Hellcat PogChamp, always.
Some good rolls.
Yeah.
But yes, this item functions exactly as the handout says. I believe.
Awesome. I can't use it.
Scimitars are a dex weapon. You can use your strength score, but you can use dex as well.
Ah, okay.
A dex
So
weapon, you
I'm
say?
not proficient in it. Would it still be okay to use over a dagger, or should I just not bother? Like just purely.
You don't get to add your proficiency bonus to weapons you wield that you're not proficient in. So it's up to you whether
Is it
That's something you wanna
considered martial or?
a scimitar, I believe, is a finesse weapon, but I'm not 100% sure. Scimitar. 1 sec.
I don't know why I'm not helping search this.
Scimitar 5. Sorry, cutlass is what I'm meant to be looking at. Oh no, it's reads itself as a scimitar. Let's see what kind of weapon. they say
Properties
it is.
finesse and light. Yeah.
Yep, finesse and light. So it is a finesse weapon, which means it uses dex.
God damn it.
So if you're proficient in finesse weapons or light weapons,
Wait, light weapons count?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, I can use it then. Sweet ass. Don't mind if I do.
But yeah,
Hello?
this doesn't require attunement, and it's up to-
Okay, sweet. That was going to be my next question.
So
the
the best way to
scimitar-
do this, if you want to add it to your D&D Beyond, is basically go into equipment, find a +1 scimitar by looking up scimitar, and you should find +1 somewhere there. If you add that to your inventory, you can then click on it, add a note, and write down the properties of what it says here into your weapon. That way you can keep track of it relatively easily.
It's the third green
Yeah, I've had it. Don't worry.
scimitar option.
Not a problem. All right, guys. The fandom's ire lies ahead. What do you want to do?
Forward!
Forward.
We do
No,
just to clarify, we do still have the gunpowder with us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
I dropped to the bee cannon to pick up the keg.
Not
I
a
believe.
problem.
Lovely.
Because we're not moving at high speed anymore.
No.
And the cannon can follow.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All
I
right.
just wanted to double check before we went on the boat.
The one thing we were
The
meant to
one
bring.
fucking you had one job. All right, sweet ass. Let's do this.
All right. Let me make sure I've got everything in place. Let me get some appropriate music.
Everybody, stretch. Check your posture.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, there goes my back clicking.
Yeah, I know.
definitely
Mine
need
just
that.
crunched like 9 times.
Oh, I got a crack as well.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, hang on. I'm just gonna go grab my Uber Eats. I'll be back in a sec.
Sure. 5-minute break, guys. 5-minute break.
I'm so happy. Oh my
thought
god,
I
that does so much damage.
I thought I was going to have the awkward question of asking for it, but I don't even need it. Oh, sorry, I can't even use it. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Melissa would have handed it over willingly.
Willingly, anyway. No.
Like, not happily, at least.
So you managed to get gold and a new weapon, and I got a mighty slap to the chest.
Oh,
She's gonna
boys.
pick your battles, man. Not even intentionally. Also, Angus, if you're there. No, sweet ass. was going to ask what happened with those rolls we made the other week.
Yeah.
No, in the
Off-screen
Dungeons and
rolls?
Dragons thing, when we were doing loot after that fight.
Oh, that's
Loot?
right.
Yeah, I rolled a 92, avoid a 41, and a liquor an 18.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we just got given.
I doubt it,
And
considering he got a
Why did I
mighty
get the
slap.
tentacle then? Or was that
You
the
got-
18?
Bopped, my guy. Oh, dude, I got a halal snack pack.
Oh, so
Oh,
jealous.
I'm so happy right now.
What sauces?
Hot sauce, tzatziki, and hummus.
Damn.
Because I'm not an animal.
See, the places around here don't do the hot sauce properly, so it's like
always have
either
my
not
own.
hot or it's like, yeah. So it's either not hot or just like disgustingly
Oh my god.
ridiculously hot.
Okay, hang on. Hold on, y'all. Just can the stream see this? I don't know. It's not important. It doesn't matter. It smells really good. And oh, holy shit! I'm so happy right now. My
I'm coming back with
dudes,
some interesting sound effects.
I just got a
Okay,
halal
sweet.
snack pack.
Make me hungry, bro.
Angus,
Yes.
what happened with those loot rolls we made last week?
I believe we clarified those with scrolls. I think there was like a blessed
right.
scroll, a
Yep.
spiritual weapon scroll, and
Nothing.
yeah, then there was like a little bit of gold as well.
No worries.
So whoever like took those, I hope you
I
wrote
can't
down.
remember.
I don't remember.
I
All
did
good.
not write them because I did not have any use for them.
All good.
Damn. Lost to the ages. Oh well.
I can.
It's
While
alright. It's
thinking about it.
okay. It's our own fault.
I'll say you can add those now if you want to be nice, but like if you get loot in future, please like we'll try and write it down and work through it as well. Because like sometimes I might make note of it in advance if I prepare the loot that you guys get in the session for whatever reason. But
Bit like the compass.
you know, in this case, I rolled for it during the session.
Yep, no
So
worries. I'll pass
I'm
on
not
those.
I'm not going to make note of it a lot of the time unless I think it's particularly game changing and it's something I got to be aware of.
Speaking of being aware of, I do not have work this afternoon, so I'm down for games and/or a longer session if people are staying.
Awesome. We can go a bit longer this week, but first things first, are we all ready to continue?
Yeah, what I was about to say, Angus, sorry, I didn't realize I was muted, is why don't we just add that loot from last round into the loot round for this? Because
Yeah,
I'm saying I'm passing.
That's fine by me.
All right, let's go.
All right. As you step on to the ship, you feel the fog thicken, not black, but this teal, grey-green fog rise from the bow. You step onto the now grey, twisted boards of the Phantom's Ire as the fog begins to clear. You see a creature in front of you, hulking over the bow.
Oh,
He's back to you. Alongside him, the shadow from earlier, whispering something to him. He moves further across the bow as he speaks. I will take this place. Commander Ledros will have his day. Once the king knows of our success here, we will move to the Serpent Isles, then the mainland, and take Room Terror for ourselves. as he pulls what looks like a long spectral sword from his sheath. He slams it into the deck, splitting the mist around you as he turns. Company. Champions of the docks. Face Ledros! As he points his blade to you. I need everyone to make a constitution save as a myth rips from his shield towards you.
Natural 2 for a total of 6.
Okay.
Oh, I got a
That is a fail.
19! I got a 19!
19, that is a success.
Oh,
Natural 2 for a total of 6.
Total of 6. Okay. Let's see if you guys die or not.
Oh god!
With a flick of a finger. And a flick of a
Oh, you might not be dead. That is a lower hand roll.
that is comforting.
For those that failed, you take 15 necrotic damage as this mist hits you with the force, getting into your lungs, trying to decay the very body you call home. For those that succeeded, you resist taking half of that damage, down to a 17
God.
for you, Haley. But the massive figure pulls his blade, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okay, so to reconfirm, it was 15 necrotic, yeah?
15 necrotic, yes.
Alright, thank God for those temporary HP points. Wow.
Speak for yourself.
Look, you just gotta be patient. I'll give you some.
I'm kidding.
Alright. So that is half damage for me. That's,
So you took 7.
oh, yeah, so I take 7, so I'm down to 22.
21 on initiative.
Alright, I will grab that. It's 21 for Melissa. Awesome.
16
Haley?
1 6, 16.
16. Yep. Mallow? 4. Cool. Let me roll for Shadow real quick.
That sounded like a lot of dice.
Yeah, I don't-
That was me putting the dice back into the tray. Don't worry, it's 1 dice for initiative.
I was gonna
But-
say, does he have bonuses or some shit?
Going up first is Melissa. This hulking spectral figure in armor looks down upon you, grinning, his grimmest brow.
Okay, well, I'm gonna back up 10 feet.
Sure.
And then I wish to cast a 2nd level Scorching Ray at the Shadow.
The shadow? Not a problem.
Yep.
Tell me those hits.
So, a 23 to hit,
hits.
a natural 20,
Hits.
a 20 to hit.
All hits.
Sweet. Since I didn't get an answer earlier, how do critical strikes work for spells?
So you've got 2 options on critical strikes. You can roll the original dice and double the results on the original dice, or you can roll double the dice. So if you're rolling 2d6 for Scorching Ray, like the damage on one of the blasts, you can roll that, but you got to declare which one you're doing before you tell me, before you roll. You can look at that and be like, oh, I've got a 2 and a 4. I want to double that. So that 6 damage turns into a 12. Or you can roll 4d6 instead.
Okay, I wish to do the double dice. So 4d6 for that critical.
Sure. So tell me the damage of the first one, which is not a critical first.
So the non-critical is a 8.
8. Cool. Next.
The critical is 22.
22. Okay. And last
And
one?
the final hit is 4.
4. Okay. You do a lot of damage to this thing as these 3 blasts spit out of your hands, and the spectre explodes briefly before the mist pulls it back in on itself. As it looks like its form's stuttering, it screams at you. But going next, the commander. As this hulking Goliath pulls himself off the moor, he runs up 30 feet towards you, Malu, and his massive sword strikes straight at you. See if it hits.
Can't even
Oh, I'm
rage.
looking at your
Like,
HP now.
it's
Ow.
So bad.
No, this is after I threw a cure wounds at him too.
It's a 14 to hit you.
That's my AC. It hits.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
And you are a humanoid. Let's find out. Okay, so first thing is 5 slashing damage. Are you down?
No.
Okay. And here's because you're humanoid dice. Okay, 5 necrotic damage.
That does put me down.
That does put you down? Okay. You see this sword pierce through Malu as his eyes go still, and he hits the floor as Ledroots cackles and reads it out as he turns his attention to the rest of you. Haley, it's your turn.
Okay, hold on. I am going to use Thunderwave, directing it at Commander Ledros. So that is a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from me. Each creature in a 15-foot cube must make a con save. On a fail, creature takes 2d8 thunder. On a save, they take half as much and they're not pushed.
Okay. I have a bit of advice for you.
Yes. No. Don't do that.
I'm not saying don't do that. It's up to you at the end of the day. But if you heal Malu next to you, he will be up when his turn comes around and won't have to make a death save.
No, that's fine. I'll do that then.
Heal the bonus action.
Yeah, heal and then bonus action for the shield.
And you can shield everyone as well. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do the 1d8 plus 3 for the
Sure.
for the heal. 1 second. Sorry, my Oh, that's 8. That's max healing, baby. That's 11.
11 points of healing.
11 points of
Good
heal. 11 points of health back.
Good
Malu.
shit.
And then for the shield, hold on. That's 1d8 plus 3. So I'm just gonna roll a d8 and then add plus 3 to that. That's a 6 plus 3. That's a 9. So everyone gains 9 temporary HP.
Nice. From 0 to 90? Wait, how much did he heal again?
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, so you're back up at 20 HP, my guy.
Feels good.
This baby can fit so many heals in it.
You're currently prone, Malu. You'll need to use half your movement to get up on your turn.
Good.
But that's no worries. It is the Shadow's turn now, though, as he comes 30 feet down here, and he is going to reach out. Well, it is going to reach out and try and suck your soul. Haley.
Okay.
Oh, that is a natural 20.
Oh, okay. Hang on, let me just fix my HP real quick before you decimate it. So 22 plus 9, so that's I'm at 31 out of 21.
All good.
Okay.
I always double my die. So
No, that's fine.
See
I gotta take it,
six-
baby. I gotta take it.
6d6.
Ah!
All right. 10, 11, 12, 15, 18 points of necrotic damage. As this thing sparks black energy in its fist and grabs into your chest as it pulls out what looks like a misty blob as part of yourself leaves you briefly. I need you to make a DC Constitution saving throw.
Hang on, so that's 18 damage?
18 necrotic damage, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. And that was, sorry, what was the save?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That's perfectly half of the possible damage, isn't it?
Oh! Okay, so that's
An 8? An 8. Liquor, your maximum HP is reduced by 18 until you take a long rest.
By 18?!
Yeah, 18.
So
It's the damage you take that it reduces by if you
okay,
fail
so
to
my
save.
max HP is 3.
You feel so weak.
Oh, no! Okay, alright. Okay, alright. Fuck me. I still have 12 actual HP though, or am I down to like 3?
I think you're down to 3 because it affects your actual maximum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It's kind of an enemy of temporary hit points in this regard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Actually, let me think about it. Like,
Yeah, it would be 3 because she's got no more
Yeah.
HP.
yeah, it's 3.
It's 3.
Liquid, did you press the big number with the Constitution, or did you press the little one in the saving throws column?
I pressed the... I've been hitting the big number. Not the one on the
So
side,
you can-
that's fine.
So you got the, is that a +3 on the saving throws one rather
Yeah,
than
instead
the
of a +1.
common one, which is 1,
Yeah,
which gives you 10 total instead of 8 total.
that's still not a pass.
It is a pass. 10 is a pass.
10 is a pass.
10 is a pass. It's a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Can we roll it back? And I
Yeah,
promise
yeah,
to-
we
okay,
can.
Okay,
If you applied the wrong saving throw,
Yeah,
then
I
yeah.
did. I did. I was
Okay.
rolling through from the ones at the top.
You take 18 damage,
Yeah.
but you do not have that effect.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. Sweet. Thank you for that. I'm sorry.
Lucky
I should have completely
bitch.
low key snatched.
Artificers are proficient in con saves, so like the fact you failed it, I was like, ouch. That's unlikely.
It was the same mistake I made earlier, and it's a perk of having your stream up is I could see the button.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But sorry about the metagame there. I just thought I'd...
it's
No,
not
that's-
metagaming, man. Like
That's you
it's
looking up
what
my
should
teammates.
it's what should have happened, and I'm okay to do that
Yeah.
with
Okay. I promise I'll be good.
a young
I'll do
group.
it properly next time.
No worries.
Ow!
Ow,
though!
no, ow, though, yeah. Malu, you are prone on the ground, but you've been healed. It'll take half your movement to get up.
Half my movement to get up is
Yep.
expended. I would bonus action like to rage.
Sure.
You see the ghostly apparitions reappear once more. A shroud of blue matches the shroud of green that fills this airspace, but it's emanating purely from myself, and I would come over and recklessly attack the shadow that is just hit Haley.
Sure. So you have to move over here. Roll to hit.
That is a natural 20 for 20.
Oh boy, he crit.
Yay!
I would like to double my dice.
Sure.
Which is 14 times 2, 28 plus 3, 31 damage.
No worries. This thing explodes as you hear as it evaporates into the mist already surrounding this dock, and it disappears in front of you. You did use your bonus action to rage this
my
turn.
bonus action was raging rather than the great weapon. Yes,
Yeah. So unfortunately, you can't attack as a bonus action as
Okay.
well. But you killed the shadow. Melissa, you're back up.
Awesome. I will move 5 feet to stay within the range of the bee cannon, but out of like direct range of my allies.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast a spell I've yet to cast. I would like to cast Chaos Bolt at level 2.
Oh, baby. Roll to hit.
I don't know how many dice I need to roll for this. So first is 22.
First is 22. Yep, 22 hits. And I believe the way it works is you roll 2d8s. Then you pick one to choose the damage type out of those two, and then you roll an extra d6 on top of that.
Awesome. So I got a 3 and a 6. So that's either fire or poison. So I'll pick poison damage for this.
Okay.
And then I roll 2d6 because it's second level.
Just how many spell slots have you got there, bruv?
This is my last second slot.
I thought you might be running a bit. Okay, no, it's fine. Sorry, carry on.
Oh, wait, sorry. Is this a... Oh, it's 2d8, not 2d6. Wait, hold on.
You roll 2d8. You determine which one of those you want to use as the damage type. Those both make up the damage of the spell, but you choose which one of those numbers to determine the damage type, and then you roll d6 on top of those.
Okay. So, and when it's at a higher level, you cast this. Each takes it. So for each slot, you just add another d6.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so that's a total of 10 damage. That's super underwhelming.
Okay. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you fire out this bolt, and its poisonous blob-like form takes on, and it smashes into Ledris's face. But you just see a smile push through as it drips off his hulking spectral armor. That won't do anything. As it is now the commander's turn.
Awesome, my smile will fade for the record.
Yep. The commander will look over at you, Haley. His smile also fading as he'll move up. He raises his massive sword and tries to swing down on top of you. Okay. 16 to hit.
That is my actual AC, like my current AC.
Do you have the shield spell prepared?
I do.
I would use it now.
Yes, Dad! Okay. Right,
Reaction for the sheep.
so shield. Self-cast.
As a reaction, you bump your AC up by 5.
Yep.
Yep. Which means
Which puts me at 21.
as he pulls back his massive spectral sword and slams it down on top of you, what does your shield look like as a barrier appears in front of you?
It literally looks like very, very thin, translucent honeycomb. Just bang!
I love it.
And it's glowing and it's golden and there are these little motes of light coming off it, like little bees made of light, right? But it just bang!
Yeah.
And then
As the force of delivery cracks it and it explodes,
It doesn't
you
explode,
see
it
the
melts
sword
away.
fly. Yeah. Oh, okay. But the sword flies backwards as the commander looks surprised between his spectral form and armor. It is your turn now, though, Haley.
My turn!
Yep.
Okay, so, what I want to do, first things first, I want to arc a firebolt at this man.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to, slap the bee cannon again and get the heals and shields up and running.
Sure. Do you want to try and get away from him
Oh, yeah,
first?
I'm gonna use my movement and jump back
Okay.
behind my bee cannon.
So here's an important distinction in terms of how you get away from something without it attacking you, because attacks of opportunity are a mechanic
Yeah.
in D&D.
Yep.
You need to use your action to
Get away.
do an action called disengaging.
Okay.
So if you disengage, you can safely use your movement to get away
Alright.
without, but you won't be able to cast a fireball, which is
That's okay. I'm sorry. I'm always a little bit confused about that. So myself
Yep.
But yeah, so what
All
I'm
good.
gonna do is I'm gonna use my action. I'm gonna disengage, come back behind the bee, basically slap my hand on the vault over it, and use that slap to re-empower the shields with temporary HP and get myself a safe distance.
sure. Roll the temporary hit points.
D8 plus 3. So that's 5.
5 temporary hit points.
5 HP, so that
If you don't have temp HP,
Yeah.
bump yourself up.
Yep.
But if that's not more than your current temp HP, like you don't have to take it. And then do you want to get the rest of your movement away?
Yes.
Okay, so you probably want to move over here. Get a safe distance. All right. Is the shadow is dead? Is now Malu's turn.
Malu would like to use his movement to take one step, put himself between the bee cannon and Ledros, and kind of just be there as an extra body. But will
Sure.
continue within his rage to recklessly attack with his great axe.
No worries.
I would like to make it a great weapon master attack as well.
Not a problem. Roll to hit. So you take a -5 from your. You still roll with advantage, but you take -5 from both of those.
Yeah, so it basically negates the bonus, which gives it a 16 to hit.
16 is his AC. You hit. And you get to add 10 damage to this on top of the damage you roll.
That is 25, I believe it's, let me see what kind of, slashing damage.
25 slashing damage. Not bad. But it does look like he is somewhat resistant to this type of damage. Oh, I input his HP wrong, so he should be at 60 out of 73.
Okay, we take those, guys. We take those.
We take those. Still,
Limitless total HP.
Yeah.
I am being faithful to the stat block here, so, you know. Who says I'm not a merciful DM? But with that, we're back to the top, Melisra.
Awesome. I am going to back off 5 more feet and cast a firebolt at him.
Sure thing. Roll to hit.
Natural 20, total
Natural
24.
20.
5? Yeah, 5.
That's what we like.
So yeah, I'll just double the dice.
Tell me that damage.
Super underwhelming. 8.
8. Yikes. That is underwhelming because he's resistant.
Oh. What is he not resistant to?
He's a spectre, man. These
I wasn't
these
actually
guys
asking for information.
come packing. Oh, if you're actually asking for
No, I'm not
information-
asking.
Okay,
Because
okay.
that's an action.
Yeah, that's an action to discern that kind of stuff. It is
That's
the
my
commander's turn as after taking this barrage of attacks, he's pissed. But you're the closest in his way, Malu, as he brings his shield up and goes for a lunge with his sword. That is a raw 16, so I'm pretty sure that hits your armor class.
Does indeed.
But you're raging now, so
I'm raging for half damage.
you still get the humanoid factor. So in total, that is 15 slashing damage, which you half.
Rounding down for it, so 7.
7, correct.
Cool. And the humanoid one?
I put it all together in total.
You put it
So,
in. Okay, cool. Thank you.
all good. Haley, you're up now.
I'm just. Okay. So you said he was resistant to slashing damage and fire
As
damage.
far as you can tell, you can see that these particular attacks haven't been doing too much damage to him.
Okay. Ah, shit. Okay. All right, but I'm just gonna throw. I have to throw a firebolt at him, I think.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do that because I'm too far away from my cannon. Unless. Yeah, no, there's not much else I can do with him over here except for throw a firebolt. So I'm just gonna do that.
Throw a firebolt?
Yeah.
No worries. Roll
So
to hit.
That's an 11.
11 to hit?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that does not
does
hit.
not hit. That's fine.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big boy. I think
As
I'm
his
just,
special shield just pings it off
yeah,
and it hits
and
the
then I'm
side of the bow.
gonna use some of my movement to take cover behind this.
Sure. You can get full cover behind
Yeah,
this
so I'm gonna
thing.
do that.
No worries. And did you want to use your bonus action for anything?
B cannon, re-up and heals.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Roll that dice.
Yep, sweet as. Sorry.
Because I think Malu took some damage.
Yeah, he did. 7 plus 3 is 10.
10.
Yeah, I'm out of range, so I can't.
10
use
temporary
it.
hit points
10
to you
temporary
two.
HP. Oh.
That's pretty good.
Ah! Ha so that'll put
Back
me.
you up.
So that's. Hold on. Temporary is 10. Current HP. Alright, yeah. So everybody take
Yep.
10 bonus points of health.
Yep.
10.
Yeah, and I'm gonna end my turn there.
You see this discharge of what looks like golden energy hit both of you. And as you look along your arms, legs, and torsos, you see what look like slightly transparent honeycombs crinkling along your body.
Yes! Oh my god, it's so good!
Malu, you're up.
Commander Ledros, I see that the portrait is huge, but is he our size or is he that big?
He's a large creature.
Oh.
So he's not a huge creature, he's a large creature. So
Do not
yeah,
think
yes,
grapple
he
large.
yeah. Grappling him, he is a spectre. You know this, and he's also dummy thick, you know, like
But soft, like sound through yonder window breaks.
yeah. He's got chains. He's got like a little cape. I'm pretty sure like his shield has eyes on it, and
Wow.
you know
He's one
he's
edgy
just
motherfucker.
real edgy, you know. He's that goth
So-
guy that goes to the gym.
Oh, not only are his feelings swollen, but so are his muscles.
In an attempt to preserve his own life, Malu is going to break off the reckless attack, but will continue to swing his great axe regardless.
No worries.
Single roll.
All damage is good damage, man. Just
Yeah, no, but in terms of preserving damage to himself.
oh yeah. No, I understand.
Breaking off the reckless.
You are resistant to slashing damage now, and you're getting temporary hit points each turn.
Yeah. As it is, it's an 18 to hit. regardless.
18 hits, buddy. Go. Tell me that damage.
1 on the damage die gives a total of 6.
Total of 6. No worries. 3 damage. Because your
Yeah,
weapon,
Slashing, yeah, it's going straight through.
being unmagical as it is somewhat ineffective against these kind of creatures.
Too easy.
No worries. Melissa, back to you, buddy.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna do something fun.
Go for it.
Looking down at the ground, looking at her own hands, she feels as if she's now powerless. Looking up towards Commander, she finally decides to let go. As you're looking towards her, you'll see a large amount of black scales begin to just flood out from underneath her clothing, covering every piece of her skin. She draws her newfound sword and charges.
Oh, baby.
Yeah,
Go.
baby! Oh, Lord, here we
Make
go!
make that
Oh,
attack. Make that attack.
Natural 20.
Oh shit!
Ah!
The dice reward. Good
Tell me
RP.
that damage. And remember, it's a +1, so it's an extra 1 to the damage as well.
Oh my god, that's 19. That's nearly perfect damage.
Oh my
Slashing.
fucking-
But
Hey,
19 total.
rule of cool,
slashing.
man. Rule of cool applies in what you just did.
As you take out,
cool.
as you take out the scimitar and rend it at the commander's legs, as he's chuckling once, he collapses briefly to his knee. He looks at you.
So did
My
that work?
King, you wield no blade such as his. As it's now his turn. Did you have anything else that you wanted to do?
No, that's all I wanted to do there.
As he brings himself back up, you see him pull his shield away as his sword comes from above his head and swings directly down upon you. Oh, that is a
Reaction
19.
shield.
As a 19 hit, making a 26 total.
Oh, okay. Yeah, shield's only 5, so I'm not gonna cast that. I will take that to the face.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's
Oh, I don't
see
like
what's
the sound
happening
of
here.
those dice, baby.
Oh my god. Okay. 11, 16, 20, 24 damage as he spins it in a plunge as this thing goes straight through your shoulder blade, down through your torso as it sits there for 2 seconds and he reads it out. Yeah, you take 24 points of slashing damage.
Well, I would like to quickly look at him and simply say, that doesn't work.
Interloper, perish! As it is now your turn, Haley.
No, hold on. I'm not ready for this. I'm gonna lean out from behind the post that I'm hiding behind, look at Malice and just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then just like clap my hands and fire a firebolt at this guy, and then again, bees.
No worries. Roll to hit.
Yep, roger.
Roger.
Roger. Oh, that is a 24 to hit on the firebolt.
That fucking hits,
Oh,
baby.
fucking
Tell me that
great.
damage.
Excellent. And that's a 6 on the damage.
6.
Yep.
No
6.
worries.
And also, I'm gonna slap my hand on the do the bee cannon thing, but also I want to yell. Can I take a free action to yell?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that friendly DM moment and come in with a reminder. You as an artificer,
Yeah.
currently in your infusions, you have a magical crossbow. Magical weapons
Oh
might be more
God, might be
effective
more effective than
against a
human. Yeah.
a
Okay.
creature like this.
Yeah,
If you'd like to use that instead of the firebolt from this point
actually,
on.
Yeah, I will be using that instead of the fireball. I just completely forgot I had it. Sorry, I'm so used to playing
So
spellcasters.
so sure. Roll to hit with that.
Okay, where is that? That's in actions. My infused, so I'm just gonna roll that. That is a 14 to hit.
14. You can just use your hit from the previous one.
Alright.
Like you already rolled to hit.
So yes, I'll just roll the damage then.
I think it's a D8
+3.
plus Dex +1 because yeah.
Okay, so so that'll be a 8 damage.
8 damage
8
altogether.
damage, that from including
Looks like you took all of that as what do your magical crossbow bolts look like?
They look like they're black, but with yellow and white stripes fletching on them.
Cool. As this bolt launches and pierces through Ledros's plate, you see like a hum from it as it explodes into what looks like a golden mist as he wreathes in what you imagine is pain for something like this.
Yeah.
Malu, up to you, man.
How much HP from the bee?
I haven't rolled that. I haven't rolled that either. Sorry.
Please
Oh yeah, you guys might want that. You guys might
That's
want
eight. It's eight. It's eight.
8.
Eight.
It's good. It's good stuff.
I'm keeping my 10, but like that 8 is there maybe if you need it.
I needed the 8 too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just as a note, did you take damage last round, Mallow?
I believe so, didn't I? I took the.
I think you did.
Oh no,
yeah.
not in that latest one, but the one before the before.
Yeah,
that
you still have your rage.
Yeah.
But the top of round, if you haven't taken an attack,
Well, I've been
the rage will end. Yeah.
I've been consistently swinging.
Oh yeah, is it attack or
It's-
you have
if
to
you-
attack or if you don't get hit? Yeah.
You haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage. So it's been staying up due to me attacking rather than
Yeah.
being.
All good. Sorry, haven't played a
No,
barbarian before, so I'm learning.
That's alright. We're all learning. We're all out here together having fun. Let's go, babies. Let's take this motherfucker down.
It can stay up on aggression as well as for defense. Yeah. Okay, so Malu's gonna extend out his chains and try and wrap around Commander Ledros as he runs towards the wall of the ship, just trying to pull him away from Melissa towards him over this way.
Okay. Are you disengaging?
I cannot disengage and dredge line at the same time.
Yes, you can. Disengaging is an action. Moving is a movement action, and then dredge line is a bonus action.
So I could disengage and dredge line, or I could attack and dredge line, but I can't do both the disengage and the attack. I get it. Yes, I would like to disengage. I would then like to run. I was hoping to go kind of down here, so I'm still within the 15 of the bee cannon, but at the same time pulling Ledros away from Melissa.
Okay, let me make a quick check on something when it comes to dredge line, because
It's a strength save.
Yeah, but this might be kind of big brain if I remember. It's bonus action. You can use this appendage to strike one creature of your choice. The target must succeed a strength saving throw. Be pulled 10 feet in a straight line towards you. Okay, yep. Doesn't mean you can attack as well. Cool. Sure. So you disengage, you move, and then you fire out your dredge line.
Dredge line to pull him my way.
Sure. And I will make that save. Strength save, yes?
Yes, indeed.
Let me check this guy's mod. Alrighty. He has a +4 to strength saves. Ooh, that is... It's only 12. I think you pull him.
Is it? So it's my strength plus the hit DC, is it? Is the mark he needs to reach?
Yeah. So it's the base DC plus your strength plus proficiency, I believe. So your strength is currently +3?
+3, yeah.
+3, so that bumps it to 13, and then proficiency is +2, so it's a 15 DC.
15 DC, cool.
Yep, I think so. So, yeah, you pull him.
Yeah.
Where are you pulling him to? Are you pulling him here, or here, or...
That second one, down here, yeah.
Yep, sure. Awesome. Ledros, while focusing on you, Melissa, you watch as what looks like blue ethereal chain wraps around his torso, and then he looks down as you see him lurch backwards as he gets dragged across the deck towards you, Malu. It is your turn, though, Melissa.
You try and run.
Ledros knows not retreat.
Holy fuck, I got another natural 20.
What?
What are your rolls, man? Look what you've done to my dice, man!
He's fucking up my boss.
That is a total of 17 again.
17 damage. Oh baby, that's some good damage. Bump this guy down to 28 as you stab into this thing. The orange crackle as it pierces through his spectral plate. You see his head writhe up as he screams as you push deeper and deeper and rip it out, as you see him stutter briefly, glaring at you. It is now Commander Ledris' turn. As
sorry.
he... Oh,
Whoa, what happened
What
there?
just happened to the voice?
someone's edited the dimensions of his token.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Sorry,
I can fix
trying
that
to get
if you want.
trying to get the pink gone, but I put it at 10 instead. Sorry.
All good,
Sorry,
all good.
I didn't see the damage apply earlier from my last strike. Did
Oh my
that
goodness.
apply, or was
Hi,
that just
everyone.
It did. Oh, it did.
Okay, sweet.
Hey everybody in the chat, welcome! Thanks for coming along to watch, it's pretty intense. Sorry, carry on.
So, the commander pulls himself up once more as he uses his shield as kind of a support, as he takes his hilt and he tries to once again stab into your chest, Melissa. That is a natural one, as he stumbles and clambers against the deck, dropping his sword briefly as he goes to grab it. Haley, you're up.
I'm gonna fire another magic bolt into this clown.
Go for it.
Alright, so that is going to be a infused light crossbow, my dude.
Go for it.
So rolling to hit is that's an 11.
11?
Yeah, that
Does
won't
not
hit.
hit,
That won't
unfortunately.
That's okay. Magic bees.
Do you want to move it down so it hits both these
I
guys?
wanna. I'm just gonna say, run.
Sure.
And the bee, little
Put
thing
the
will
bee
just
there.
trot itself down, and then like again the same.
Roll
golden,
those temp hit
The
points.
same golden honeycomb for a grand total of that is 7 bonus HP.
Not a problem. Bump yourselves up by 7 if you don't have those temp hit points already. If you got a higher total, you can keep that higher total. Malu, we're back at you, buddy.
Malu, in his infinite wisdom, will now have to re-rage.
No problem. I believe you got one more for the day, right?
That's my last for the day. I used one earlier, and then that's second and third gone. In this
Make it
fight.
count, buddy. Make it count.
I would like to resume recklessly attacking with my great axe. I've got
Are you using the Great Weapon Master feat on these?
Looks like we need chunks. So yes, I would like to great weapon master this attack.
Roll to hit. With advantage.
Tis a 13 to hit.
13 unfortunately does not hit. Melissa.
That ends my turn.
Yep. Melissa. You're up. The commander glaring at you as he pulls himself back off the deck.
The past says hello, and you are mine. She will make a swing.
Roll to hit.
Total 18.
That hits.
10 full damage.
10 damage. As you cleave into Ledros again, all of you begin to see the mist start to evaporate off his back, as it looks like pieces of his plate are falling against the ship's bow. Ledros pulls himself up. Mortals! You dare stand in my way! As he's got a bloodlust for your death, he once again tries to swing his sword down into your small frame. Oh my god. That is a 13 to hit you.
Misses.
He trips again as your slashes to his legs are beginning to bear fruit. Commander stumbles, pushing past you but not landing true. As he stumbles to your left, Haley, you're up.
Haley's gonna
Do I get an attack of
magic,
opportunity against him?
magic bullet.
Yes, you will get an attack of opportunity.
I'll let you do
Sorry,
that first, Void. I'll let you do that first.
he's called his attack of opportunity. That's what I like to see.
So it's just a single swing.
Yep.
Same as normal. Say 20 to hit
20 hits, buddy.
for 11 damage.
11 damage.
Slap this man's ghost cheeks.
That's
See
a
his
solid
cheeks.
5 damage.
Sorry for interrupting,
Clap.
Mika.
That's
Fire
fine.
away.
No, I'm up. By all means, please do.
I'm like
right.
praying that literally does 14 here.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. I got the last little pop off in the last one, didn't I? All right, so that is going to be I like crossbow.
Yep.
That's a 7 plus 5. It's 12. It does not hit.
12 does not hit.
12 does not hit. So
unfortunately.
that's fine. Magic bees.
You see it bounce off his shield as
And Haley
He's
just goes fuck.
not cowering, but concerned about his situation.
No, Haley just goes like yells out, "Fuck the bloody rifling!" And is clearly quite upset. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
No worries. I love it. Malu, you're up. Ledro seems to be panting now. You can hear his heavy, spectral breath hit the deck.
I thought you said you don't retreat. I charge and continue recklessly swinging with my great weapon master.
Roll to hit, buddy.
It is 18 to hit.
18 hits.
For 23 damage.
Holy shit.
23 halved is 11. Wait, is it 11?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Wait. Yeah, it's 11. As you plunge your ivory great axe into his back, you hear for the first time in this fight a crunch as something physical gives way. Ledros drops his shield as he stumbles, going prone against the deck as he tries to claw, bring himself up. Melistra, it is your turn.
What can I say? You are mine. Makes another swing.
You get advantage on this because he's prone.
Thank fuck, the first was 11, so 21.
What's the damage?
9 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, I love that.
Lording over the commander who thought himself so big, kicking to the side his shield, placing the blade to his throat, or assumed throat, simply pushing in and going, "This is for the past, the present, and for my future."
Damn you, Wyrmling! You have not seen the last of Ledra! As you see the shield, the plate armor, the mist that makes his body contort, as it all implodes on itself, and you watch the mist of what was once his form disperse. The black mist around the boat starts to destabilize as you feel the Phantom's Ire creak underfoot. You only have a short amount of time to do what must be done. What are you guys doing?
I break out a torch and go, We came here with a job to do. Let's finish this.
Haley comes, like, she, like, duck and rolls out from behind the post and, like, holds up her crossbow and realizes he's dead. She goes, oh! Let me do that, Malu. I can rig it up so it'll explode better and more efficiently. Get out of the way. And she, like, goes in there and starts, like, lining up all the fuses and everything in such a way that it's going to take less time. It's going to be a far more efficient explosion, essentially.
Sure thing. I've got something for this.
Okay.
Let's get those decent sized. You got 3 of these. How do you want to set them up on the ship?
Well, don't we need to blow a hole in the middle so it sinks?
Feel free to ping where you want these.
What do you guys think?
It is bound to be a titanic explosion.
Can we put one underneath this floor and like to the closest
the
part to?
Underneath the floor, like looking through these doorways, you see that it is basically black mist to the brim of
Okay,
this
let's
deck.
not do that.
Yep.
Straight down the middle.
You reckon?
You want to put them all in the center?
It's probably the safest bit. Yeah.
Although.
You only have an action to light these and get away.
Yeah.
Go around the doorway then.
Yeah, I mean, we could, ideally. As long as we get one near the hole, so it'll blow a hole on the side, make it sink that way. One in the middle, so that blows a hole right through the strutting.
Can we assume that one exploding will set like a chain reaction to the other two, or does they have to be
if they're in close enough
Are these,
proximity,
like,
let me
Gangplank
check the
bolts?
range on these.
Are these like gangplank barrels?
Okay, they need to be within 10 feet of each other to chain the explosion.
Oh, so they are like gangplank barrels.
Mm.
Sorry, I don't know.
That's
why I
just
called
their
them
range.
that.
Yeah.
One-
I mean,
They're powder
That's what they
kegs.
were
They're
getting to,
exactly
it's fine.
gangplank barrels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, Habib. Okay. Okay, so we only have one
Spectral
action.
hands
Yeah.
are starting to crawl over the
Yeah.
sides of the ship.
Oh, okay, guys, we are running out of time. Haley's just gonna come sprinting over, and so here, and here.
Here? Sure.
Sounds
here, and here. Boom.
Yeah.
All right. You'll need to start the chain reaction on which one are you starting the reaction on?
Should
This
we,
one?
the middle one.
None of them are within 10 feet of each other.
They
They're
are
all
15 feet away from each other.
Okay.
One there, one there.
Bring that north one in again,
Yeah.
I guess.
But yeah,
This
bring them all,
one
yeah, bring
and-
them all one block closer in.
And then light the middle and
Then light the
dip
middle
through the
and
door.
fuck off out off this boat.
No worries. Who's going off the boat and who's staying behind to light it?
Melissa will walk off the boat.
No way.
Malu had a torch in hand, so I guess Malu will be the
Sure.
guinea pig.
Are you leaving as well, Haley? Are you letting Malu light this?
I'm going to stand just behind him. Like,
Sure.
I trust him to light it, but if something goes wrong, she wants to be able to, like, yeet a firebolt at it and make sure it goes up.
Sure. All right, Malu. You put the torch to this powder keg. You both have about 6 seconds to get away from it before it explodes.
I
Okay?
He's gonna-
have 30 feet of movement.
I also
Sure.
have 30 feet of movement.
So you can get up to here, and you can get up to here, Malu, which is well out of the way.
Yep.
As you light this powder keg and run back, you turn back to the Phantom's Ire, and you see 3 pops as these powder kegs light up the hull, cracking it right down the center of the ship. As you see the 2 parts dip below the waves, the mist that was underneath the ship lurches forward as it rises, coming up the docks underneath you. I need to roll for this, actually. Let's see what happens. 3. A massive wave sweeps over the wreck, and everyone along the pier. I need strength saving throws from each of you.
Strength.
Ah, the worst
Yep.
thing.
Oh, great. Okay.
It's apparently my best thing, but not when you roll a natural 1.
I've got a
Yikes.
12. Haley has a 12.
12. You manage to put your footing between two of the planks and stay on the pier. With a natural 1, Malu, you are knocked off the pier into the water below.
Okay.
What about you, Melissa?
13, 14 minus 1.
Yep, you managed to also hold your ground up on this pier, but your ally has just gone overboard beneath the smog and waves. Malu, you're about 10 feet underwater as this wave's pulled you down. Can you make a perception check for me, please?
Okay. Come on, my natural environment. It's a 9.
9. You look around, like, not making sense of the area around you, but it happens too late as behind you see a glowing red eye as a maw opens up. That is 18 to hit your arm class.
Hits.
Oh my god, maximum damage. 12 piercing damage as this massive fish bites down on you, and even above the waves you two hear the cry and the sound of this thing crushing bone. It's your turn, Malu.
My rage still up, do I?
Yep. You still have those 10 hit points though.
Yeah, no, I'm on 7 HP. No, it's just I'm not raging, so I can't do any of that stuff. I am going to attempt to swim. I don't think I can fight this on my own, so I'm going to swim 30 feet, hopefully underneath the pier if I can, to the other side.
All good. Are you disengaging?
Yes, please. I would action disengage and then swim 30 feet away.
Cool. I'm going to assume you swim out of the fog, which is around here.
That's the idea.
You breach the surface, so the rest of you can see him now.
Yep. All right.
What are you guys doing up on the docks?
So we heard him get bit by something.
Yep, and
All right.
you've just seen him submerge on the other side of the pier
Okay.
with large bite marks.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh no, Malu.
Why does the sea always hate me?
All right, hang on. I'm just checking what I got. All right. This is gonna take a full action probably. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I have 50 feet of rope. Is he within 50 feet of me?
Damn right he is.
Damn right he is. Alright, so I'm going to throw one end of the rope to Malu and tie the other end around my bee cannon and tell my bee cannon, stay. And then pump out more heals as well. Will that be a... I know that's going to be a chick in there somewhere.
The bee cannon is not in range of him at the moment, so
No,
he would
it's in
need
range
to
of
move.
me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you move your bee cannon down 15 feet, you might be in range. Wait.
Okay, well I'll do that
If you
then.
move it down to here, yeah, it's in range of him.
Yeah.
If you do that.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw one end of the rope to him, and then with the slack I'm going to tie the other side around the bee cannon, pointed at it,
Sure.
stay.
Yep, that uses your action.
Yep, that's me completely up. And my bonus action.
You just hear a buzz as acknowledging buzz from the cannon. Melissa, what are you doing? Mally, you can grab the rope as a reaction if you want.
Yes, please. Yeah.
So, question about message. It specifies that you can whisper a message. Can I alter the sound to like a loud whisper?
You can talk like as loudly as you want.
So I can scream?
The definition of the message, while you can't like scream, you
like,
can speak loudly. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to cast message at this creature.
Can you see it? It's beneath the waves in the black fog. Make a perception check. This is a free action.
17, 16 plus 1.
All right, let's see how it's doing. Unfortunately, you cannot see it. Yeah, it's thick black fog.
All right.
Okay. I don't know, man. Can I like cantrip like mending to like help repair some of the planks that were standing on?
You could pull the rope.
Ah, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do that. That's right. I forgot that
Oh
was an
fuck!
idea.
Oh fuck! Hang on, I forgot to roll HP. I'll do that now. Sorry.
Yep. Go for it.
6 plus 3. That's a 9, baby.
6 plus 3. 9 temporary hit points to everyone.
9 temp HP, my dudes. 9 temp HP. So Malu, you're okay.
Yes.
For now.
Oh, don't be a DM and say shit like that.
Okay, so strength check,
Yep, to pull Malu up.
or could I do a dexterity? Or is that
Nah, this is
worth a try?
definitely a physical activity. This isn't a like
10 total? 11 minus 1.
10. I'll say you get him like up to the pier and at least out of the waves, but you haven't pulled him all the way over
Awesome, I'll take it.
over the brow yet. Like because you were pulling him through water, it was a little easier, but to actually pull him on, he's a big boy, you know. Malu, as you feel yourself being pulled up towards breaking, you also feel the movement below you as this red eye bobs up from below the waves as it tries to make another bite. But that is a 6 to hit you as it jumps up and bites into the side of the pier, holding for a second before falling back into the waves. Haley. Oh, sorry. Now it's your turn, Mallow. Go ahead.
I would like to use my movement to rope climb up the rope that I am now kind of vertically climbing back to the pier. And
Sure.
getting
Make an
to-
athletics check.
That I do enjoy. 17.
17. You grab the rope firmly, and with 5 swift pulls of your arms, you manage to pull yourself over back onto the pier alongside your crewmates. As you see behind you a red eye breach the surface, blink, and then disappear back under the waves. You turn back and you see the Phantom's Ire fall, each crest of the boat dipping down into the blackened ocean, away from sight. What are you guys doing?
I would like to... sorry, you go.
I would like to make my way back towards the office that we know is of safety and just have a moment to recuperate. After
Head back
everything
to
that
the
has
office?
happened. For now, and then all the way back to the tavern when we have a moment and the shadow passes, if it does at all.
Sure. For the sake of expediency, you guys spend a moment in the office reflecting on what just happened and the horrors you saw. After collecting yourselves, you head back to the Brazen Hydra. Coming in, you see Horvin sweeping up, repairing what was damaged and propping furniture back up, cleaning off tables and just putting the place back together.
Alright, hang on. Sorry to
Alright.
interrupt, but can we kind of like try to truck through this as quickly as possible because I do need to
Yep,
get off soon.
we're wrapping up.
Awesome.
Was it ye? Did you fix that damned boat?
technically it was more of an unfixing, but yes.
Aye. You've saved me a place. Feel free to rest upstairs. You'll have rooms there for the foreseeable future, at least. I'm going to get back to this. Be off with you.
Gladly.
And with that, we tromp all of our tired, sore, aching bodies to bed for a long rest.
Before that, I would just like to quickly say to Horvan, I'm glad you're safe, and then walk off.
Thank you, lass. You too. As you guys turn into your rooms and patch up your wounds, reflect on the events of this evening, you all hear individually a knock on your doors. And that's where we will end for this session. You all level up.
Oh!
Yay!
Awesome! Okay.
Alright.
I would like to make a quick mechanical note. During the rest in the office, I did slowly move all my scales back underneath my clothing.
Not a problem. Congratulations, guys. It was a bit of a combat slugfest, this one, but I hope it was fun.
Dude, that was
And
so
that
fun.
was so good.
I'm really sorry. I cannot stay for the debrief.
No, it's all good. But you guys level up. If you want any suggestions in terms of whether to take an ability score or feat,
Yep.
please ask me, because I will be happy to help.
Yes.
And yeah, just like Liquor, thank you for streaming, hosting session
That's
to viewers.
It's always a pleasure.
Thanks everyone for showing up on time. It's always gratifying as a DM when your players care, and like it helps me have as much fun as I hope you guys are having. So I appreciate that.
Bruh. Thank you to everyone who is in the stream. Thanks to all the people in the chat. It's been awesome having you guys here. Sorry I haven't done many call-outs in voice chat. I don't want to interrupt our fantastic DM with all the hard work he's put into the maps and everything for this fantastic game that we're all playing together. As always, see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And in the meantime, please don't get the ocean mad at you. It's just a terrible fucking idea. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everyone.